by 5. So hope my 100 watts is getting down to you, Don. How's your day going?
We're doing okay, Ted. Yeah, you're getting down to me. You're getting over the noise level, so that's a good thing. And you're right, band conditions have been terrible this morning there. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, hopefully they'll pick up after 10 or 11 o'clock maybe. As the other gentleman before me said, 80 meters just died right at about 8 o'clock. 10 over 9 signals just basically faded off into nothing. So anyway, Don, don't want to hold it. I know the band conditions are horrible. So have yourself a great Sunday, and we'll look forward to talking to you next week, Don.
Okay, Ted, yeah, I had you about 5'8" in that one transmission there, so, anyway, doing a good job, and, it's an elevator band this morning. It's up and down, so, anyway, Ted, thanks for checking in with us, and maybe we'll catch you one night, next week, or, have a great week coming up. I know we're supposed to have rain here all week, I guess. It's above 50% chance every day except for tomorrow. It's only 24%. Go ahead.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, well, we had our town-wide garage sale yesterday, and they were calling for 30% chance of rain, and telling you, Don, it was a picture-perfect day, blue skies, sold a whole bunch of stuff, and, so you can't trust the weatherman at all. We're sitting at 98% humidity, which basically means it's raining outside, and sitting about 45 degrees, so, it's I hope spring gets here a little quicker, Don. All the best, my friend. Have a great Sunday.
Hey, okay, Ted. Hey, have a great day up there. Thanks for checking in. I didn't hear hear our other buddy up there yet this morning, NEJ. So anyway, I don't know. Maybe he's sleeping or something. So anyway, have a great day, Ted. Catch up with you later. Victor Echo 3 Tango Juliet Delta W3 DON 73, Ted.
Yeah, all the best. I'll go wake Terry up. Maybe I'll get him back on the air. Or maybe he just can't hear you, Don, one or the other. Don, he's got a lot of noise in the city. So all the best. Take care, Don.
I ain't sleeping. Have a great day. That's 30880. Ticket on the bus. And this is ECARS, East Coast Amateur Radio Service. 7255, looking for check-ins. Anybody, anywhere?
Well, I've not been sleeping. VE3 November Echo Juliet.
Hey, up there's Terry T. Speaking something and that. Look what comes out of the woodwork. Hey, Terry, what's happening up there?
Hey, not much, man. I've been out of the woodwork since 1:30 this morning. Where you been?
Let's see, 1:30 this morning, I was still under the covers, checking my eyelids for cracks. Go ahead.
You can't lay in there too long. People die in bed, you know.
Yeah, I only got out of bed about 7:30 this morning there. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was up at, I don't know what time. Wife drags me off to bed around 9 or 9:30, and hey, by 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm all charged up, ready to go. So down to the radio room to watch some TV and tune around and play on the computer. That's the daily ritual. Over.
Hey, Roger on that. Yeah, I went to bed at 12:30, something like that, and got up at 7:30. So that's about the time I usually get to bed. Somewhere around midnight is usually normal for us, and then I usually get up whatever time I get up. There's been times I have slept till 11 o'clock in the morning, so. But anyway, usually somewhere 8, 9 o'clock is when I'm waking up most of the time. Between 8 and, I'd say 8 and 9:30 is normal for me. But anyway, when I was working, I only got 3 or 4 hours sleep a night. So I guess I'm finally making up for all that sleep I didn't get. So anyway, what are you gonna do?
Yep, not much you can do. Anyway, I miss a lot of hours from working night shift and stuff like that, but I don't know what it is. Now, if I have to get up to do something, chances are I can't. I can't get up. If I have to do something, that doesn't work that way. If I want to do something, different story. Over.
Hey, okay, Terry. Hey, I'm going to see if I can get some more check-ins here before we run out of time. So, anyway, have a good one up there, Terry. Have a great day. We'll catch you one night this week. 7-3s. We'll catch you on the alligator net.
Okay, Don, 7-3. And Buddy's out there looking for his dog, I think. The E3 any Jake there.
All right, 7-3s, Terry. Have a good day. That's the Terry up in Kitchener, Ontario, 318 miles and 30709. Lifetime member ticket on the bus. All right, this is ECARS, East Coast Amateur Radio Service 7255. Looking for check-ins. Anybody, anywhere. This is ECARS, East Coast Amateur Radio Service 7255. Looking for check-ins. Anybody, anywhere? Like to check in, call now. Everybody's welcome. This is ECARS, East Coast Amateur Radio Service 7255. Looking for check-ins. Anybody, anywhere? Whiskey 3 Delta Oscar November for ECARS, East Coast Amateur Radio Service 7255, and we're looking for check-ins. Anybody, anywhere like to check in, call now. This is ECARS, East Coast Amateur Radio Service 7255, and we're looking for check-ins for ECARS. Anybody, anywhere like to check in, all stations are welcome.
W3DON, this is N2GOT.
This is Whiskey 3 Delta Oscar November, looking for check-ins for ECARS. Anybody, anywhere? East Coast Amateur Radio Service. This is W3DON, and we're looking for check-in. East Coast Amateur Radio Service. This is Whiskey 3 Delta Oscar November, and we're looking for check-ins for ECARS. This is Whiskey 3 Delta Oscar November for ECARS, East Coast Amateur Radio Service, and we're looking for check-ins. Anybody, anywhere? This is Whiskey 3 Delta Oscar November, looking for check-ins for ECARS. W3DON for ECARS, East Coast Amateur Radio Service. Looking for check-ins. Anybody, anywhere?
Hey, good morning, WA3GIN.
WA3GIN. Hey, Dave, how are you doing?
Well, we're doing good. We finally got some moisture down here. We needed it badly. And we got a little bit of rain. Not a lot, but enough. Enough to get us through another week anyhow. Good signal here. Band's quiet.
I'm glad you think so. It's been rough conditions this morning here, but band's been up and down like an elevator. So, but you sound good here. You're 5'9", but anyway, it's been wet here all weekend, and we're supposed to have better than 50% chance of rain all week except for Monday.
Well, we're not going to be so lucky. We didn't get anything on Saturday, which is fine. I got to do a lot of yard work I needed to get done before the rain came, and we did that. So I'm happy about it. And then we got on and off showers throughout the night. It's not doing a whole lot right now. Like I said, we'll take what we can get. You're 5'9" also, and signal-to-noise ratio here is almost 40 dB. So I can tell you how good the listening is to your signal right now. That's a pretty good, sizable dynamic range. All right, well, carry on. Work a few more stations. We'll be back here at 11.
Okay, Dave, have a good one, and thanks for checking in. And yeah, very good. Dave will be in here at 11. Dave N2MXX is coming up next there. So, in fact, he should be in here now. So, W2MXX, Dave, you there?
Hey, Don, good morning. W3DON, November 2 Mike, X-Ray. I barely copy you at my home station, but I do copy you on Jeff's SDR. Over.
Hey, Roger on Jeff's SDR. He must have it back up. It wasn't up when I started the shift there. So, anyway, Dave, I'm going to put you in here as the last contact. I'll say 7-3s to everybody. Dave's going to be your incoming net controller. W2MXX. This is Whiskey 3, Delta Oscar November. 7-3s all, and I'm going to turn it over to Dave. Go ahead, Dave.
Hey, very good, sir. Don, have a great week. Thanks so much, and always great speaking with you. Bands are up and down. Normally able to copy you 5'9", no problem. Kind of strange propagation this morning, but good morning, everyone. It's now 10 a.m. Eastern Time. It's Sunday, May 5th. This is the East Coast Amateur Radio Service, ECARS, net operating on 7.255 megahertz. My call sign is N2MXX, November 2, Mike, X-Ray. My name's Dave, and I'll be net control here until 11 o'clock this morning. I'm located in Monmouth County, New Jersey, about 25 miles from the coast. ECARS is a general and open radio service net and operates daily from 0730 hours to 1330 Eastern Time. It's a directed net. We work from a list, and all calls are made through net control. Membership is not required. Everyone is encouraged to participate. We give priority to mobile stations. If you're mobile, portable, or QRP, let me know, and I'll put you at the top of the list. And if you're not a member, but you'd like some information about ECARS and what ECARS does, please see the ECARS website. It's www.ecars7255.com. Also, the net streams daily online. Go to nj2us.net. Some stations might have a scheduled call to keep at the top of the hour. If you have a schedule to keep, please call Net Control now. All right, the station with the call. Go again with your call sign. Nothing heard. I'll now take a list of check-ins. Any mobile, portable, or QRP stations. Mobile, portable, QRP stations. Call now with your full call sign phonetically. Over. And nothing hurts. Today might not be the day for mobile, portable, or QRP. I'll now take a list of general check-ins. Again, you don't have to be a member of ECARS to check in on the ECARS net. All stations are welcome. Please call now with your full call sign phonetically. Over.
Kilo 2, November, Papa, November.
All right, November, Papa, November. You're on the list. Any others?
Still want Charlie G, Sierra Delta Lima.
Copy Sierra Delta Lima. Any others? All right, 2 stations here on the list. I'll go to the first one here. I copied Kilo 2, November, Papa, November, NPN. Phil, come on in. Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Dave. Boy, you got a beautiful signal up here in Marcy, New York, northern New York State. We're 20271 on the roster, lifetime member. And, boy, it's raining and raining and raining. I uncovered the pool yesterday, and the water was kind of low. And I said, well, I'll take care of that tomorrow. It's rained all night, it's raining all day, and I don't have to do anything. It's just filling itself up. So I can't complain. You're moving in your 20 over, and a beautiful, real nice patio. So, not going to hold you. You got some more coming. I just wanted to say good morning. Thanks for doing what you're doing, Dave, and we'll catch you down the road. N2MXX, K2NPN 73. We'll catch you later.
Hey, very good, Phil. I appreciate you checking in this morning. You know, when you started, you were 5.9 plus. Signal went down to about a 5.5. The bands are very strange this morning. I know there was an X-class solar flare, and, there's a lot of activity with the sun and the propagation. So it's got very volatile band conditions right now. Definitely able to copy you, though, sir. And it's going to be raining here very shortly in New Jersey. We have an 86% chance of precipitation. Not too warm either. Going up to 54 here in New Jersey, currently 51. So, yeah, not the day to do any outside work. But, yeah, great. Phil, thanks so much for checking in. Anything else we could do for you this morning before I let you go? Over.
No, you're doing the same thing, up and down, but not bad. I'm just curious, are you near anywhere near Lake Hopatcong? Over.
Yeah, negative. I'm in Monmouth County, which is right in the center of this state. And Lake Hopatcong is probably quite a distance away, maybe about an hour or so. Roger.
Yeah, Roger. I got a friend down there. I go and see him once in a while. Okay, I'll let you go. Thanks for all your information there, and I appreciate it. Thanks for what you do. K2NPN clear.
All right, very good, Phil. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Stay dry up there in Marcy, New York. I'll be clear with Kilo 2, November, Papa, November. Phil, in New York, ECARS number 20271 on the lifetime roster. Thanks so much for that, Phil. This is November 2, Mike X-Ray, and 2MXX net control for ECARS. Next up on the list, I believe it's Kilo Charlie 8, Sierra Delta Lima. Bob, come on in, sir.
Yes, good morning, Dave. Hope you're doing well. N2MXX in the group field, Charlie 8, Lima. Really good copy, kind of up and down. I'll read me over.
All right, Bob. Yeah, I cannot copy you at my QTH. However, on Jeff's SDR, you're about a 5.5, I believe. Totally copyable signal. There. I know that there's some solar activity going on right now, so bands are not what we have been accustomed to, but definitely able to copy you, sir. Over.
Yeah, QSL, Dave. QSL. Yeah, the band gods ain't too heavy, but that's okay. Hey, we hooked up. That's all that matters. We're doing good. We got about 62 degrees in my overcast. I'm not sure if it's going to rain today, but it's a pretty nice day so far. Yep, got the Kitterwood TSA-30 on here, my favorite radio, and I'm living the dreams playing radio. Okay, Dave, that's all I got to report. 8453 White Sox. Dave, you have a good week coming. God bless you, brother. I'll end it back to net control. Take care, Dave.
Hey, very good, Bob. Thanks so much for checking in on the net this morning. God bless you and everyone else as well. And, stay dry out there. Hope it's not going to rain too much. It is going to rain here in New Jersey. And your Kenwood is sounding good, for the record. Making its way to New Jersey. Just not to my QTH, but your signal is making its way to New Jersey, sir. I'll break with Bob. Kilo Charlie 8, Sierra Delta Lima. That's the end of the list here. I'm going to take another list. Any station from anywhere that'd like to check into the ECARS net, you don't have to be a member of ECARS. You can check in regardless of whether you're a member or not a member. Just give me a call now with your call sign phonetically. Over.
Kilo Charlie 8, Charlie Oscar India.
Kilowatt Bravo 2, Kilowatt November X-ray.
Victor Echo 3, November Echo Juliet.
All right, copy Charlie Oscar India ending in November X-ray and November Echo Juliet. Any others for the list? All right, nothing heard. First up, Kilo Charlie 8, Charlie Oscar India. Ted, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Dave. You sounding good today. I don't know, the solar activity. I guess you just got to put up with this nonsense all summer. But you're sounding great coming down here to southern West Virginia. Not a problem. Looks like we're going to have a off and on rainy day again today. Looks like that's what our future is for. That's what our weather is for the foreseeable future, according to the weather map. So who knows what we'll end up with. All I know is you got to get a dry day somewhere and knock this grass back, or we're going to end up having to get the hay balers out here. But anyway, you never seen anything grow so fast. Anyway, you're sounding great, and I'll turn it back to net control. KC8CO.
All right, Ted, sounding good here in New Jersey as well, sir. You're 5'9", if not a little bit over here with good audio. So thanks again for checking in. Our weather hasn't been too bad here in New Jersey, so I have no complaints. Today, kind of not awesome out, 86% chance of precipitation. Our bands are a little strange. There was an X-class solar flare just a couple of hours ago, and I'm looking at the D-region prediction map, and it looks like, when this happens and I see that there's a lot of activity, it just feels like there's a bubble over my house. I hear other people speaking to each other, but I can't hear anyone. I don't know how that happens, but anyway, kind of interesting. But all right, very good. Is there anything else we could do for you this morning on the net this morning, Ted? Over.
Dave, I just got up and turned the radio on. I heard you on here and said, well, I better talk to Dave here for a second. I hope the finals are warmed up enough. But yeah, the propagation this time of year and this particular sun cycle, I mean, we're at this cycle. It's just you're going to have a lot of activity in the sun, and sometimes it's fun activity, and sometimes it's not so fun. Seems to favor the work bands better than it does like 40. 40 just kind of plods along. It's just weird no matter what's going on. Anyway, Dave, have a good one, buddy. Thanks for picking me up. KC8CO.
Hey, very good, Ted. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. There's been a lot of strange propagation recently. A couple of nights ago, on 2 meters here in this area, something happened with ducting. It was some type of strange atmospheric propagation, I guess you'd call it. And I was hearing repeaters that I was never able to hear before. Some that were just weak were full scale here on my ICOM 910. That was just amazing. And it was a good thing, and as you said, it could also be a bad thing. Repeaters were interfering with each other. So, anyway, you take the good with the bad. Ted, thanks so much for checking in. I appreciate the call this morning, and I'll be clear with Ted in West Virginia, Kilo Charlie 8, Charlie Oscar India. Ted is ECARS 8463 on the lifetime roster. Thank you so much for that, Ted. And I'm clear with you. Next up on the list, ending in November X-ray. November X-ray, come back with your full call sign, please. Over.
Good morning. This is Kilowatt Bravo 2, Kilowatt November X-ray.
All right, copied. Kilo Bravo 2, Kilo November X-ray. Leslie in New York, come on in, sir.
Good morning, Dave. I didn't get your call sign, but I'm located in Richfield Springs Portable at my camp, and your signal is an F7, and you have a band that sure been...
Kilo Charlie 1 Mike Romeo.
From Phil there, K2MTN over at Marcy. And we catch up with him every now and then on another net. But thank you for being there this morning. It is a soggy, wet, drizzly day.
Hey, very good. Yeah, no, again, not able to copy you in the noise here at my station. I'm listening on Jeff's SDR, and you have a great signal there. Slightly off frequency, but totally able to copy you, so it's not a problem there. But Leslie, I copy your signal from New York. Very good. Anything else for the net this morning?
No, can you tell me how far off I am? This is a Yaesu FT757, and it says right on that I know it's probably 100 hertz off.
No, it's very minor, and I wish I could. I can't because I'm listening on the SDR. If I received you, if I was able to copy you on my QTH receiver here, I'd be able to tell you. But it's slightly off. It's not disastrous. I am able to copy. I'm just letting you know it's a little bit off frequency. Roger.
Roger. Thank you. Hope you have a great day and don't get too wet. It's been raining all night here. So 7-3, and please tell me your call.
All right, very good, Leslie. Thanks so much for checking in. My call sign is November 2, Mike X-Ray, and 2MXX. The name's Dave. I'm located here in central New Jersey, sir. So I appreciate you checking in. I hope to hear from you again in the future. It's the first time I've spoken to you on the net here, and look forward to hearing from you again, Leslie. Thanks so much. I'll break with Kilo Bravo 2, Kilo November X-Ray, Leslie in New York, and again, not able to copy on my QTH transceiver, but SDR, no problem at all. All right, next up on the list here, I have, let me see, Victor Echo 3, November Echo Juliet. Let me see what I just did here. Victor Echo 3, November Echo Juliet. Let's try that again here. Terry, come on in. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay, Dave. I got you in here anyway. The band is in crappy condition, but got you, and I have absolutely no traffic for the net. Over.
Hey, that's okay. Not a problem. No traffic is a good thing. You're sounding good here at my QTH as well as on Jeff's receiver, sir. So congratulations making it through the solar event. All right, very good. All right, Terry, anything else we could do for you? Over.
No, we're just sitting here surfing the internet, watching TV, playing on the radio, just effectively wasting time. Over.
All right, not a problem. That's what this is for, wasting some time. So, Terry, thanks so much for checking in with me this morning. You're sounding good. We last spoke about a week ago, so it's good to hear from you as a regular check-in. I do appreciate it, sir. Have a great day, and take care up there in Kitchener, Ontario. I'll be clear with Terry, Victor Echo 3, November Echo Juliet, ECARS lifetime roster, member number 30709. Thanks so much, Terry. Have a great day there. All right, I also copied I'm in a propagation stream, so people just throw it in their call sign. Kilo Charlie 1 Mike Romeo. Ray, you're up. Good morning, sir. How is it going there in Massachusetts?
It looks okay, and the catch just knocks over the monitor and dummy load, so I'm not too happy with him. How you doing, Dave?
Hey, I'm doing well, Ray. It sounds like you bumped your VFO a little bit, slightly off frequency, but you're sounding good. You're one of the few stations that I could hear booming into my QTH this morning just because of propagation. But no, you're sounding good, sir.
Oh, this should be okay now. And how am I doing? Not good. Oh my goodness gracious. So anyway, you sound I should be on frequency now, QSL.
Yes, sir. You're perfectly on frequency. You sound great now. And, things happen. Listen, I ran a net once, off frequency, and no one told me. So I always appreciate when someone tells me if I, bump my VFO or something else is, wrong. I don't take it personally. Some people get upset when you tell them that, but yeah, no, I appreciate the feedback. But you're sounding good, sir.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, it was off about 669 cycles, so that's what that's all about. All right, Dave, you sound fantastic. Running about 1.4K, and we'll talk to you next Sunday. How's that?
All right, it's a deal. Very good. Ray, thanks so much for checking in. Always great to hear from you. Regular check-in with me here and on the ECARS net. Always with a great signal, too, so we appreciate that also. Ray, have a great day there. I'm clear with Kilo Charlie 1 Mike. Romeo Ray in Reading, Massachusetts. ECARS lifetime member 1811. Thanks again, Ray. Have a great day. This is November 2, Mike X-Ray into MXX. My name's Dave. I'll be net control here on the ECARS net up until 11 o'clock this morning. I'm taking a list of general check-ins, any stations from anywhere. If you want to check in, you don't have to even be a member. Just throw out your call sign phonetically. Over.
November 8, Delta, Oscar, Delta.
Charlie.
All right, there were a couple in there. I copied Oscar Delta. The others, try it again.
Kilo 3 Alpha Charlie.
Alpha Charlie, you're on the list. Any others? All right, got the two stations. First station ending in Oscar Delta. Come back with your full call sign again, please. Over.
Okay, Dave. The call is November 8, Delta, Oscar Delta, N8 DOD. Name is Jim. We're located in Warren, Ohio. Number 8243. We're at 63 degrees, and the sun's trying to break out, so we're looking for a good day. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, Jim. Well, congratulations. November 8, Delta Oscar Delta. You're one of the strongest stations I'm able to copy here today so far. At my QTH, I'm relying on Jeff's SDR to hear a couple of others, but it's propagation. It's not anyone's doing other than Mother Nature, but you're sounding good, sir. Over.
Oh, thank you. You are too. Nice strong signal in there. Good audio, so everything is good. Okay, nothing else to report. Just wanted to say good morning to you. We'll catch you soon. Have a great day. N8 DOD.
All right, Jim, you have a great day as well, sir. It's always great hearing from you. We spoke last, I think, about a week or two ago, and you got a great signal, so always a pleasure. I'll break with Jim. That is November 8, Delta Oscar Delta in Warren, Ohio. ECARS life member on the roster here, 8243. Jim, have a great day. Thanks so much. This is November 2, Mike X-Ray net control for ECARS. And next up, I have Kilo 3 Alpha Charlie. Robert, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Dave. N2MXX from K3AC. You're fluctuating between a 7 and a 9. You got a copy on me?
Yes, sir. Very weak. I've heard you obviously on other nets, and you're normally 10 to 20 over, and because of conditions, you're like don't take offense, you're like an S3 today. It's crazy just because of our proximity. Roger.
Yeah, okay, real good on the S3. You're dipping down to that level too. I won't take up a lot of your time. Propagation is really poor. I think we're probably skipping over one another. Yeah, I'm running a kilowatt here to a 60-foot double bazooka. So anyway, we're at 3660 lifetime for the roster. We got cool rainy weather here in the Delaware Valley, about 50 degrees. Thanks for picking me up, Dave, there, and hopefully band conditions will improve. You have a great day, and thanks for running the net. Back to you from K3AC.
All All right, Bob. No, you came up to like an S5, believe it or not. I know you're running a kilowatt. You always have a killer signal, and today is just not that day for propagation. But I am able to copy you 10 over on Jeff's SDR down in Cape May County. So, Bob, it's great speaking with you, and I appreciate you checking in. Don't be a stranger. I'm here every week at this time, so hopefully our signals won't be skipping over each other in the future. Thanks so much for checking in. I'll break with Kilo 3 Alpha Charlie, Bob, in Yardley, Pennsylvania, not too far from my location. You're probably about 30 miles or so, 35 miles, right over the border there from New Jersey. So, Bob, have a great day. ECARS Life Member 3660. Thank you so much for that. I'll break with K3AC. This is November 2, Mike X-Ray and 2MXX Net Control for ECARS Net. We're here every day from 7:30 in the morning up until about 1:30 in the afternoon. I'm Net Control here until 11 o'clock when I turn it over to another fine, capable Net Control station. Anyone that would like to check in, please call now with your call sign phonetically. Over.
Whiskey Bravo 1, Charlie Echo India.
Tango.
All right, a couple of you in there. Charlie Echo India, you're on the list. Any others?
November 1, Bravo, Mike Tango.
All right, November 1, Bravo, Mike Tango. Any others? Not hearing anyone. First up here, Whiskey Bravo 1, Charlie Echo India. Ed, good morning. Come on in.
Okay, N2MXX WB1 CEI. Morning, Dave. Nice to hear you. The band is kind of noisy this morning, but we got a halfway decent copy on you. Let's see, about 50 degrees up north here. Overcast skies, had a little bit of rain last night. Not going to be a very nice day. We're going to hit, that's about, we're not going to get much more than the mid-50s today. It's kind of nasty out, so I got all my outside work done yesterday. All the lawn mowed, trimmed, everything all cleaned up, so haven't got to get out and do anything. So, good day to stay in and see what's on the radio. Thanks a lot, Dave. Have a great day. 1688 on the number there. We'll talk to you later. Thank you, David.
Hey, very good, Ed. Thanks so much for checking in. In the noise here at my QTH, like most other people, don't take offense, please, but you're 10 to 20 over on Jeff's receiver. So I'm not 10 to 20 over on Jeff's receiver. I can see that now, but you are. So congratulations on that. Ed, this is the first time that we're speaking, so I look forward to speaking with you in the future. You're in the log, and I hope you have a great day up there in Sharon, Connecticut. I'll be clear with Whiskey Bravo 1, Charlie Echo India. Ed is number 1688 on the lifetime roster. So thanks so much for that, Ed. I hope you have a great day there. Okay, the next station on the list here, I have Bravo Mike Tango. Bravo Mike Tango, come on back with your full call sign. Phonetically, over.
Okay, yep, it's November 1, Bravo Mike Tango. The name here is Rob, and I'm located here in Massachusetts. Over.
Hey, Ron, I'm actually able to copy on my QTH radio, unlike most other folks, but I was switching back and forth during the prefix of your call. Did you say it was Kilo 1, Kilo Bravo 1? What was the prefix again?
Norway 1, November 1.
All right, very good. November 1, Bravo, Mike Tango. What did you say your first name was?
Yeah, Robert, Radio Oscar Bravo.
All right, very good. I appreciate you bearing with me, Rob. You sound great here into New Jersey. Strange, it takes some skill to switch back and forth from a transceiver and a computer to try to listen and pull stations out. But yeah, you're 5'7", 5'8" here in central New Jersey, sir. Over.
Yeah, you're doing about the same here, Dave. Nice to meet you for the first time. Yeah, the band's been, especially the low frequencies, have been terrible for like the last 4 or 5 days. It's unbelievable. I guess it's just storm after storm, I guess. But I guess we have to deal with it and hope for better conditions. Over.
Yeah, for sure. Listen, it's good, and you take the good with the bad. And over the last week, there have been several X-class solar flares from this sunspot, the AR3663 sunspot. I've been following it, and I could see it on the chart. And this latest one was today. It was an X1.2 solar flare. So of course that's going to affect propagation. It's interesting when I do this net control shift. I quickly plot out all my contacts. And on a normal day, you could see most of the contacts are from New Jersey, Pennsylvania, like Connecticut, this local area. And when something like this, when propagation shifts like this, you look at the map and you can see it looks like there's a bubble over New Jersey, and then we're able to make some contacts outside of the bubble. So it's definitely, please nobody make any changes to your station. Wait for the conditions to improve a little bit before you start tinkering with antennas. There's nothing wrong with anyone's station. It's just the propagation. Over.
Yeah, absolutely. Not a good week to build antennas and expect them to work the way you want, for sure. Thank you very much, Dave, for taking the call. 10477 here for Life on ECARS, and back to you. Go ahead.
Hey, very good, Rob. Thanks again for checking in. I appreciate it. Again, great signal here in New Jersey, which is a rarity on days like today. So have a great day, and please, I look forward to hearing from you again. This is the first time we've spoken, so look forward to speaking with you again in the future there, Rob. Break with November 1, Bravo Mike Tango Rob up in East Bridgewater, Massachusetts. Life member on the roster, 10477. Thanks so much for that, Rob. This is November 2, Mike X-Ray and 2MXX. Name's Dave, Delta Alpha Victor Echo. It is 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and I'm taking a list. I'll listen now for mobile, portable, and QRP stations only. Mobile, portable, QRP stations. If you're one of those and you'd like to check in, give me a shout. Yeah, nothing heard. I'll now take a list of general check-ins. Any station you'd like to check in, don't have to be a member of ECARS. Feel free to check in now with your call sign phonetically. Over.
Alpha Baker 4, Juliet Yankee.
All right, copy. Ending in Juliet Yankee and Bravo Mike. Any others? All right, nothing heard. I have two stations here. First up, Alpha Bravo 4 Juliet Yankee. Alpha Bravo 4 Juliet Yankee. Glenn, good morning. Come on in, sir.
Good morning, Dave. This is Alpha Baker 4 Juliet Yankee. Glenn, located in beautiful Bedford, Virginia, where we got a socked-in gray day. It's raining a little bit right now, 57 degrees, and looks like that's going to be the story of the day. Good signal this morning, 5758. Band's in pretty good shape here, except there's nothing on it. It's 40 meters. I heard you talking about the solar flares. I haven't checked the indexes myself, but I'll take your word because something going on. Ticket number 40044. Hope everything's good with you. Have a super Sunday, and take care. AB4JY.
Hey, Glenn. All right, very good. Well, you were up to 10 over parts of that transmission, and there's definitely something going on with the propagation, but that's all right. I mean, that's why we have technology with SDRs, I guess, and it's part of the hobby. But you're blasting through, so congratulations on that. Great signal and great audio as always there, Glenn. Anything else for the net this morning, sir? Over.
Yeah, that'll do it. I'll stick around, listen for a while, see what I can hear. In case something I can hear that you can't, but I'll be here for 10, 15, 20 minutes, okay? 7-3, AB4JY.
All right, very good, Glenn. It's a deal. I appreciate relays, so definitely welcome with that, and I appreciate you sticking by and let me know what I can't hear. Very good. Have a great day. 7-3, sir. I'll break with Alpha Bravo 4 Juliet Yankee, Glenn in Bedford, Virginia, ECARS, Life member 40044 on the roster. You're in the log, sir. Thank you so much for checking in. The next station ending in Bravo Mike, come back with your full call sign phonetically. Over.
Yeah, good morning, Dave. N2MXX, Whiskey Alpha 3, Bravo Mike. My name is Bernie, and I'm located near Mars, Pennsylvania. Lifetime ECARS number 30307. Over.
All right, Bernie. Hey, good morning, sir. Thanks so much for checking in. There isn't too much close propagation going on today. So, I hear you kind of in the noise on my receiver, but on Jeff's SDR, you're strong. Very, very great signal over there, Bernie. Roger.
Okay, thank you. I'm running, 950 watts into a Carolina wind. I'm up at 45 feet. The rig is ICOM IC7610, and I'm located near Mars, Pennsylvania, like the planet Mars. That's like 20 miles north of Pittsburgh in western Pennsylvania. I'm Thursday ECAR net control 8:45 to 10.
Yeah, very good, sir. Yeah, I know where you're located. We've spoken many times in the past, so I know you're all the way out there in western PA. And I'm just surprised. Your signal is normally much stronger here at my location. So, yeah, not hearing too much. You know, it's funny. This I had the same thing happen last weekend, when all of these X-class solar flares started. So, I was looking back after my net control shift, and I looked, and it seems like the first X-class solar flare that erupted last week was on Sunday at 10:30 in the morning. It hit us. So, it seems like I'm being affected disproportionately. It's not fair, but anyway, I guess it is life, right? So, anything else for us this morning, Bernie? Over.
No. Band has really been crummy lately, last week, I think I had 22 check-ins on Thursday. I usually have around 30 to 35, and band is really dead. When you look across the spectrum, there's hardly anything out there. But still like to try to get in here and keep the net going there. So anyway, thanks for running it, and hopefully we'll catch up with you again another time. N2MXX, WA3BM.
Hey, very good, Bernie. I appreciate you checking in, as always. That's great to hear from you. And listen, the band's up, the band's down. There's different propagation. And, when the band is doing well, QRP is hot, and everyone is doing. I know a few folks that have QRP radios that just bought them, and they're getting a little frustrated with a few attempts recently. And it's just because of propagation. There's nothing you can do, and it doesn't really matter if you have 5 watts or 1,500 watts. If the band isn't favoring your propagation, or the band is running long and you're trying to make a close contact, it isn't going to work. So anyway, Bernie, you're sounding great. I appreciate your check-in this morning, as always, and I hope you have a great day there. I'll break with Bernie, Whiskey Alpha 3 Bravo Mike, ECARS, lifetime roster 30307. Thanks so much for checking. Always great to hear from you, sir. All right, this is November 2, Mike X-Ray and 2MXX. My name's Dave. I'm net control. I'm located here in central New Jersey. I'll be here for the net until 11 o'clock until I turn it over to another fine net controller. I'm taking a list of general check-ins, any station from anywhere. You don't have to be a member of ECARS. Give me a call now with your call sign phonetically. Over.
Whiskey Germany 2 Bravo.
This is Kilo Bravo 3. Kilo Charlie 1 Bravo Juliet Golf.
All right. Well, that worked out. I had a couple stations in there. I have a ending in Bravo. The Kilo Bravo 3 station didn't get the suffix. I have you, though, so stand by. And the station ending in Bravo Juliet Golf. Are there any that I missed? Over.
Whiskey Germany 2 Bravo.
Yep, Whiskey Germany 2 Bravo, you're first up on the list. I'll go over to you and the other two. Stand by. I'll be right with you guys. First up, Whiskey Golf 2 Bravo. Dick, good morning. Come on in.
Hey, good morning, Dave. How are you? Whiskey Golf 2 Bravo, Dick in Rochester, New York, where it's raining pretty hard here. It's 57 degrees, kind of an IFR day. Good ham radio day, nevertheless. Not too much else to report. Just looking around the band a little bit. Having my morning coffee. Over.
Hey, very good, Dick. Yeah, you're in the noise here at my QTH just because of conditions. Nothing you did or didn't do. I'm copying you very, very well on Jeff's SDR down in southern New Jersey in Cape May County, and you're sounding great over there. It's currently 51 degrees here in central New Jersey. It's going to be going up to 54, and we have an 86% chance of precipitation. So it's not going to be a great day, but that's all right. But anyway, you're making the trip there, Dick. Anything else we can do for you, sir? Over.
No, I have a good signal on you, Dave. You're S9 here in Rochester. The band doesn't look super active, though. So it kind of comes and goes. But the signal's, your signal's just fine. I didn't spend much time in New Jersey, just 10 weeks. Took basic training at Fort Dix. That was it for Jersey. Thanks for taking my check-in, WG2B.
Very good, Dick. No, I appreciate that. And, yeah, I'm in Monmouth County, not too far from where you're describing. And, yeah, it's strange how you're able to hear me. I can't hear you too well. It's propagation. And, you know, the same thing happened to me last weekend. So I'm starting to feel like maybe there's something wrong with my station. But I hope not. I think it's just propagation. But anyway, we will see. Dick, have a great day. Thanks again for checking in with me, sir. And I'll say 7-3 to you. I'll be clear with Whiskey Golf 2 Bravo. That's Dick up in Rochester, New York. He is a lifetime member of ECARS 20498 on the roster. This is November 2 Mike X-Ray and 2MXX. Name's Dave. I'll be net control here up until 11 o'clock, maybe another 21 minutes. I copy the station beginning with a prefix of Kilo Bravo 3. Come on back with the full call sign. Over.
Yes, this is Kilo Bravo.
K2 MF Kilo 2 Mike Foxtrot Sierra.
Hey, Mike, stand by. Hey, sorry about that. MFS, stand by 1 second. The Kilo Bravo 3 station. Again.
Kilo Bravo 3, Juliet, Uniform, Foxtrot.
All right, copy Kilo Bravo 3, Juliet Uniform, Foxtrot. Is this Charles in Pennsylvania? Over.
It is Roger. Charles in the Poconos. Good morning.
Oh, very good, Charles. Well, again, like most others, can't copy you on the QTH, but I'm listening on the SDR, and you have a very good signal on Jeff's SDR down in Cape May County. How's it going there in the Poconos today? Over.
Well, we got drizzle here. It's a lousy day. I'm staying inside. Could you order me a pizza?
Yeah, no, I think I'm going to pass on that. But if any other station you want to relay, maybe they can order pizzas for you. Charles, is there anything else we could do for you this morning? Over.
Yeah, extra mushrooms, please. That's it. I'm gone. KB3JUF.
Hey, Charles, I wonder if anyone's ever taken up on your offer and actually sent you a pizza. I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing, but anyway, good luck with that, sir. I'll break with Charles, Kilo Bravo 3, Juliet Uniform Foxtrot in the Poconos, ordering pizzas on ECARS. Interesting concept, but I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. I'll break with you, sir. Have a great day. Thanks again for checking in. And Mike Foxtrot Sierra, I have you on the list. Stand by just 1 second. Next up here is Kilo Charlie 1. I copy Bravo Juliet Golf. Joe in New Hampshire. Good morning, sir. Come on in.
Good morning, Dave, and thank you for hearing me. Kind of wasn't sure you were going to be able to. ECARS number here 10405. Propagation or the conditions are really strange. Usually I hear Beantown Ray between 20 and 40 over here in New Hampshire. Today he wasn't moving the needle, so I don't know what's going on with the airwaves. Anyways, Dave, thanks for hearing me, and I do appreciate it. You got a good signal up here in central New Hampshire, Roger?
Hey, very good, Joe. Yeah, you're about a 5.3, 5.4 here, and I can copy you much better on Jeff's SDR. So thank goodness for Jeff and your SDR this morning, as well as last week. Same thing happened to me last week where we had the X-class solar flares and made propagation a little bit strange. But yeah, Joe, you're sounding good. You're making the trip. I do appreciate you checking in this morning, and hope things are well up there in Pittsfield, New Hampshire, sir. I'll say 7-3, and I hope you have a great day. Break with Kilo Charlie 1, Bravo Juliet Golf Joe up in New Hampshire, ECARS Life member 10405. All right, this is November 2, Mike X-Ray net control for the ECARS net. Next up, Kilo 2, Mike Foxtrot Sierra. Mike, come on in, sir.
Hey, good morning, Dave. My apologies. I thought you were looking for check-ins there. I had just gotten in from church, and oh Lord, I'm just a little wound up. Had a great time at church. You know, weather-wise, it's cloudy, damp, and drizzly here, so we just want to jump in, wave a hand. Appreciate what you're doing out here, and that's about all we got going there. We'll turn it back over to you from K2 MFF.
Hey, no need to apologize, Mike. Not a problem at all. I do appreciate you stopping by. You're about a 5'8", 5'9" here. Propagation is very, very strange. I know you just got back from church, but I'll tell you, I'll give you a little bit of news with the propagation. There's an X-class solar flare again this morning, like there have been a couple over the past week or so. So things have been up and down, very, very strange. But I'm hearing some stations that are a distance away, not hearing folks that are maybe 20, 30 miles away. Very, very bizarre. But so it is what it is. But Mike, I do appreciate you checking in as always. Anything else we could do for you, sir?
No, sir. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of your day, sir.
Hey, Mike, it's always great to hear from you. Thanks so much for checking in. I do appreciate it, and I'll speak with you on the Tuesday 10-meter net, hopefully, next week, sir, or this coming week. I'll break with Mike, Kilo 2, Mike Foxtrot Sierra, in Eatontown, New Jersey, and my neighbor, I guess, kind of, not too far away here in Monmouth County, New Jersey. Mike, have a great day. This is November 2, Mike X-Ray, and 2MXX, net control for the ECARS net. I'm taking check-ins, general check-ins, anyone from anywhere. You don't have to be a member of ECARS to check in. Give me your call sign phonetically now, over.
This is November 2, Kilo 2, Quebec, Whiskey, Quebec. X-ray, November, over.
All right, I copied a November 2 station, the station ending in Quebec, Whiskey, Quebec, and the other station ending in X-ray November. Any others that I missed? All right, we'll go with those three. The first prefix, November 2 station. Come on back with your full call sign phonetically, please. Over. If your call sign begins with November 2, come on back with your full call sign phonetically. Any relays for November 2?
This is November 2, X-ray November. I don't know if you're talking to me, over.
All right, November 2, X-ray November. Yeah, I didn't think that was the full call sign, but November 2, X-ray November. I'm copying you. Is this Robert in Connecticut? Over.
This is November 2, X-ray November. Alternative, you are weak but readable. Propagation is variable. Sometimes you are S2, sometimes S7. Over.
Yeah, very very good, sir. There's an X-class solar flare, so it's making things a little bit turbulent today. But I am copying you with no problem at all on the remote SDR. So anything else we could do for you this morning on the ECARS net, Robert? Over.
That's 2XN. No, I'm glad you have a way of hearing me. Yeah, propagation is playing tricks. I just came down on the band to see how active things were, and I guess I found out. Have a good day. I'm checking out. N2XN. Out.
All right, very good, Robert. Yeah, I think the band's a little long this morning, but do appreciate you checking in. You're in the roster, sir, and thanks again. I hope to speak with you. I haven't spoken with you before, so this is the first time. Don't be a stranger. I hope to hear from you in the future. Next up, I have Kilo 2, Quebec Whiskey, Quebec. Doug, good morning, sir. Come on in. Kilo 2, Quebec Whiskey, Quebec. Do you copy?
Yeah, okay, QQW2.
All right, Doug, come on in.
Okay, well, I don't have anything intelligent to say. I'm just checking in. Like everybody else around here, it's just cloudy and gray, and a good day to stay in and maybe catch up on some radio projects that I've been procrastinating on. Over.
Yeah, very good. Here in Monmouth County, we're currently at 52 degrees, only going up to 54, but there's an 86% chance of precipitation, so I imagine it's probably the same by you. Also, the band is very, very long today, so I barely have a copy on you. I'm having no problem hearing you on the SDR, but I'm having a little bit of difficulty copying you. But other than that, is there anything else we could do for you this morning there, Doug? Over?
No, Dave, not at all. I'm just playing around with the radio, and I'll be listening to the net as I fiddle with this up here. KQQW, good morning.
Hey, very good, Doug. Thanks so much for checking in. Enjoy the radio time today. It's a good day for that little bad weather out there today. So enjoy the radio time, and we do appreciate you checking in on the ECARS net. I'll be clear with Doug, Kilo 2, Quebec Whiskey, Quebec, in Southampton, Township, New Jersey. ECARS Life member on the roster, 21046. You're in the log, sir. Thanks so much for checking in. This is November 2, Mike X-Ray, net control for ECARS. Last station on the list here is a station with a suffix ending in X-Ray November. The X-Ray November station, come on back, please, with your full call sign phonetically. Over. Station ending in X-Ray November. X-Ray November. Come on back with your full call sign phonetically. X-Ray November. Over. Are there any relays for our friend ending in X-Ray November? All right, negative copy. This is November 2, Mike X-Ray, and 2MXX. My name's Dave. I'm located in Monmouth County, New Jersey. Bands are a little bit long, a little funny today, so propagation's always a surprise, and I guess that's part of the fun here. You're listening to the East Coast Amateur Radio Service, the ECARS net. We operate daily from 0730 hours to 1330 Eastern Time. We're taking a list of general check-ins. Any station from anywhere. You don't have to be a member of ECARS. If you'd like more information about ECARS, give me a shout also. Just go ahead with your call sign phonetically. Over.
November 1, Foxtrot Alpha Mike.
Copy this, the suffix Foxtrot Alpha Mike. Any others? All right, November 1, Foxtrot Alpha Mike. Is this Harrison in Connecticut? Over.
Roger. Harrison, southeastern Connecticut. Just monitoring the
band a bit, doing a little bit of New England QSO party, and watching your net a little bit. Last heard, net control, you were 5.9. Over.
Hey, very good, Harrison. Thanks so much for checking in. I think this is the first time that we've spoken. Not too far away. I'm here in Monmouth County, New Jersey, but the band is very, very long for some reason for stations that I'm listening to here in New Jersey. So I'm able to copy you on the SDR 5.9. You're probably about a 5.4, 5.3, 5.4, but that's not your fault. That's just the propagation, I believe, today. How's the New England QSO party going for you? Over.
Oh, it's doing all right. This is, I think, my only second time I've tried it. Just trying to get in on it a little bit. Connecticut changed from counties to councils of government, so that's confusing everybody a bit, including myself. But other than that, it's going all right. We're sitting here in Connecticut with an overcast sky. Wind out of the west is 10 and about 46 degrees with rain on the horizon. So it's a good day for radio. Over.
Yeah, very good. Listen, as long as you're having fun, having a good time, I mean, that's all that really matters. And it's kind of strange with some of the propagation events that we've had. It seems to be affecting some people more than others. I wonder how the different antenna configurations can affect the propagation. I'm sure it can. I'm running a inverted V fan dipole that's up at about 45 feet, and it seems like when there are these CMEs and we have the D region shows that there's a lot of activity. My ability to hear goes into the toilet really with this antenna. Normally it works really, really well, but when we have propagation that goes long, I end up losing almost everybody. So yeah, maybe I should consider some other alternative antenna or put up a second antenna. There's always room for another antenna, am I right? So anyway, Harrison, is there anything else we can do for you today? Over.
No, that's it. For myself, in this end, I'm running a Yazoo 3000DX into a tuned G5RV, and I'm doing just under 100 watts. This is a place I don't often get to. I was born and raised in southeastern Pennsylvania, and I had relatives, still have relatives in Jersey, but I don't get Jersey on the radio too often because of Skip, I guess, and things like that. But with that, I'll just say thank you very much for picking me up. My very best to everybody on the net. Stay safe, stay healthy. This is November 1. Fox Alpha Mike, clearing with net control. Over.
Hey, very good, Harrison. It was great hearing from you. This is the first time I've logged you on this net, so I appreciate the contact and look forward to hearing from you in the future, maybe even when propagation's a little bit better and I can hear you better at my QTH. But you're making the trip. The contact, sir. I'll break with Harrison. Foxtrot Alpha Mike participating in the New England QSO party this weekend. Listen, have a great day, and I hope it works. To Mike X-Ray. The name's Dave, Delta Alpha Victor Echo. I'm net control for the ECARS net. I'll be net control for the next 4 minutes or so. So I hand it over to another fine, capable net control station. I'll be taking another couple of check-ins here. Anyone from anywhere, if you can hear me, you don't have to be a net member to check in. Give me a shout with your call sign phonetically. Over.
Whiskey 8, Bravo Sierra.
Victor Echo 3, Tango Juliet Delta.
All right, copy. Bravo Sierra and Tango Juliet Delta. Any others for the list? All right, that's perfect. We will go with those two, and I think that'll take me right up to 11 o'clock when I turn the net over to Dave, WA3GIN. First up. this list. Whiskey 8, Bravo Sierra. James, is that you in West Virginia? Over.
Oh, roger that. Yeah, name's Jim, located in Burlington, West Virginia, Barber County, up in the mountains. Got you about a 5.7 today. Man must be not behaving too well, but you're sounding good. Just thought I'd check in and get on the roster for today. Membership number 8516, over.
Hey, very good, James. Yeah, Roger, you're about a 5.8, 5.9 here at my station in New Jersey, which is quite an accomplishment, actually, because I haven't been able to hear most stations. I'm listening on an SDR. I didn't need the SDR for you, though. You're making your way here to Monmouth County, New Jersey, by the Jersey Shore, about halfway down in the center of the state there. Over.
Oh, roger that. Running a 7300 ICOM into an AL80B, about a kilowatt, and into a 160 meter off center fed up about 45 feet.
Oh, that's great. You have a great setup there, and even the antenna too. So you're sounding good. Yeah, as I mentioned, I'm running an FTDX10. This is into an Ameritron ALS 500M mobile amplifier. I'm putting out about maybe 350 maybe watts, not too much, and that's into a inverted V fan dipole at about 45 feet at the apex. So yeah, we're definitely able to communicate. It's a very strange day with propagation. A couple of X-class solar flares, and the short skip and ground wave doesn't seem to be doing too well today. But I am able to copy you with no problem at all, sir. Over.
Roger that. The other thing that helps me, I'm at 2,300 feet elevation up on this mountain, so that helps a bunch. All right, I won't keep it. Thanks a lot. I'm going to get back to work here in the shed. So 73 is WABS.
All right, very good. Yeah, being up in the sky with your radio and antenna doesn't hurt either, sir. James, have a great day. It was good speaking with you. I'm not sure we've spoken before with you before, so look forward to speaking with you, sir, again in a very, very near future, and doing a great job with your signal there. I'll break with Whiskey 8, Bravo Sierra, James, in the mountains of West Virginia, 8516 on the lifetime roster. Okay, next up, I have Victor Echo 3, Tango Juliet Delta. Hey, good morning over there, Ted. How you doing today?
Yeah, doing awesome, Dave. I wish the band was cooperating. You go from a 5x3 right up to a 10 over and then right back down again. Real roller coaster ride today. Hopefully you can copy my 100 watts. But yeah, don't want to hold it. Know that you're at the top of your hour, and I guess Dave's coming back in again. But yeah, just hanging out here, raining pretty well since about 5 o'clock when I got up, and sitting at 96% humidity, which proves that it's raining. Anyway, Dave, hope you're going to have a great Sunday. Yeah, anything planned for today?
Hey, Ted. Yeah, no, thanks for checking in. I don't have too much planned for today. I'm not sure what the day's going to hold. We'll see. But yeah, no, I'll tell you, you're right with the signals today. You went from a 5.3 up to a 5.9 with your 100 watts. You're doing a great job. It isn't you. It isn't me. It's just the band conditions. But I guess that's the fun part here with amateur radio. We're at 51 degrees here in New Jersey. It's supposed to be going up to 54, but it was 52 a few minutes ago, so it looks like it's dropping. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but we're going to have some rain here in New Jersey, so not going to be a super great day as far as weather. But overall, hope the weekend is great for you, sir. Over.
Yeah, sounds good, Dave. Yeah, just going to go look at a camping trailer, 26-foot for the wife and I, and around 3 o'clock. So hopefully I don't have to look at it in the rain. You know, the rain makes all vehicles look so much better. So hopefully it'll dry out by the time I get out there. So all the best, Dave. Have a great weekend, whatever's left of it, and we'll look forward to the next time, Dave. V3TJD. Take care, Dave.
Hey, very good, Ted. Good luck with that, and I hope the purchase goes well if you're going to buy one today. Congratulations on that if you do. Ted, have a great day there. I'll break with Victor Echo 3 Tango Juliet Delta up in Ontario. ECARS 30880 on the lifetime roster. I think that about does it for me. I'm about to turn this net over to Dave, WA3GIN. Are you out there, Dave?
Yes, there, Dave, and you're coming in here very nice this morning. Beautiful signals, as most stations are strong. But, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. 61 degrees here and cloudy at the moment, and got some rain finally. We needed it badly. How you doing in New Jersey?
Hey, Dave, I'm doing okay, sir. It's supposed to rain here a little bit in New Jersey, currently about 51 degrees. Band seems a little bit long again, just like last weekend, but, I do have a fair number of contacts, 23 check-ins so far today. So, Dave, I hope you have a great shift, sir.
All right, very good. Thank you very much. We hope so, too. Yesterday, the closest station in was about 150 miles. It's about as close as it got. So, but the band was really quiet. And so the signal-to-noise ratio makes up for the lack of signal strength sometimes. All right, man. Hey, thanks for running the service, and have a great week.
Hey, very good, Dave. You're 10 over here in New Jersey, so good luck with the net this morning. You have a great week as well. WA3GIN, this is N2MXX Out 73.
Okie dokie. This is the East Coast Amateur Radio Service Network on 7255 kilohertz. WA3GIN is located in King George County, Virginia, the place that time forgot. ECARS Radio will take a fixed station list. Please space them out.
Kilo Bravo 3, Sierra November Golf. Kilo Charlie 8, Charlie Oscar India.
Whiskey Alpha 3, Bravo Mike.
November 8, Delta Oscar Delta.
Alrighty, despite your being on top of each other, we got a few in there. Who is a Kilo Bravo 3?
Kilo Bravo 3, Sierra November Golf, Norman.
SNG, we got you. FON, we got you. COI, we got you. BM, we got you. And DOD, we got you. Who did I miss? All right, good. KB3, SNG, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Hope you're doing fine today and your family. I'm just out here in the garage here. We're getting ready to go to church here. Get in early there. Before it gets too busy. But it's rainy up here, cold, chilly. Rainy old cold day there. It's supposed to rain on and off all week.
Where is here?
I'm sorry. Cecil County, Maryland.
Oh, okay. Very good. We've heard of it. I don't think I've ever been there. Was it close to Route 50 or Route 13?
Yeah, we're close to Route 13. We're between Rising Sun, Maryland, and Conowingham, Maryland. But
okay,
I'm on the
all right.
746, so
I take 13 to go visit a friend of mine over there in Seaford, Delaware, so we've probably been through your area more than once. Well, listen, thanks very much for checking in from the shop, and enjoy your time over there at the services, and have a great week.
You too. Thank you for picking me up. You all have a good day. Kilo Bravo 3 here to November Golf. Thank you.
All right. Next is the voice of Alexandria. KI4FON. Good morning, Dawn.
Hey, good morning, Gabe. The flight season's coming up, getting ready, and maybe we could get a little out today.
Yeah, I bet you didn't get a chance to work on that MG yesterday.
I did, got a little bit, I got one valve is pretty frozen, so got 3 more to go.
Okay, that's progress. Very good. Well, try and beat the heat. We'll talk to you later, Don. Thanks for checking in. Okay. KB8 DOI.
Hey, Dave. Kilo Charlie 8, Charlie Oscar. You have a lot of days net controlling on here, you know. If we get any more days, somebody's going to have to get a nickname. I don't know. How's the name Scooter suit you?
I think I'll pass. Got to see a little baseball yesterday at Pittsburgh Pirates. They pulled it out in the ninth, the bottom of the ninth. What a hoot. It was 0-0 all the way. Bottom of the ninth, they were able to make a score.
That sounds fun. I'm not generally a big NBA fan on the playoffs. I'll kind of start watching it during the playoffs. But I've been kind of watching the Knicks. They got a West Virginia University grad in there, Deuce McBride, and he comes off the bench, and it's fun to watch him play. Anyway, and I kind of like the Celtics, but I just kind of follow that, but I don't really get too interested in it until playoffs. They play so many games. It's like baseball. They play so many games. Sometimes I just play baseball. Sometimes I'll get interested in a team or two during the playoffs or the series. But anyway, kind of a rest break for sports for me until football season picks up, and then I get more interested. Anyway, back to you, Dave. KC8
All right, buddy. Very good. Thanks for checking in. Bravo, Mike. You're next. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Dave. This is Whiskey Alpha 3 Bravo. Mike Bernie, located near Mars, PA. Lifetime ECARS 30307. How you doing?
Very fine. Thank you, Bernie. What's up?
Oh, nothing. I just came down and sit in the shack for a little while. Band was terrible, but it seems to be clearing up a little bit right now. Your S9 plus 10, real nice signal. Best one so far that I've heard. And just playing around here in the shack. You know, it's rainy outside, so nothing else to do. I'm running about 950 watts into a Carolina Wyndham. The radio's an ICOM IC7610. And I'm running an old SB220 that's been restored. Looks like new, buddy. Back to you.
Very good indeed. That was a nice amplifier, that SB220.
Yeah, I bought it off.
You did a nice job on that one.
He's another
I mean, all this stuff is cool.
He insisted on.
Have you ever seen the HA14?
For several years now, but he had put 2 brand new 3500Zs in there, and you know what those cost, like $250 or more. And what he sold me the radio for barely covered the cost of the tubes, and it's like brand new. So I put my SB200 on my backup station, and I run this one almost all the time. And it's amazing. Put out a kilowatt, the thing doesn't even get warm.
Yeah, it's got a lot of space in there. Have you ever seen an HA14?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Have you ever seen a Heathkit HA14?
I can't say that I have.
That is a mobile kilowatt they made. A pair of 572Bs. It's only about 4 inches high. Came with a came with a mobile power supply or fixed station power supply. And boy, they crammed it all in. So just high enough to fit the tubes in, basically. Google that and see what it's a real collector's item as well. All right, Bernie, nice to have you in here this morning. Thank you, sir. Have a good week.
Yeah, you do the same. I'll be back here 8:45 to 10 on Thursday. See you later, Dave. WA3GIN, WA3BM.
All righty, 9DOD. Good morning.
Good morning, Dave. N8DOD. 8243 Warren, Ohio. Where it's 66 degrees and the sun is finally working its way out, and it looks like the rain is stopped temporarily, so we're looking forward to that. Bernie, I hope you got the Model A home, and I wonder when the surgery is coming up on the arm there. So anyhow, hope all is good. I'll check with you, Bernie, on Thursday if I can remember. Back to you, Dave. How you doing?
No complaints here. So we're trying to keep up with things, you know. Stuff keeps breaking. Unplanned. So we have our regular planned projects, and then we have the stuff that keeps breaking. I'm sure you know how that goes. Nice 5/9+10 signal here in the northern neck this morning.
Okay, Dave, thank you. You've always got a great signal in here. So have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. N8DOD.
Okie dokie, very fine. ECARS Radio on 55. 14 minutes after the hour here on Sunday. For all you retirees, it's the 5th of May. WA3GIN listening for any stations.
Kilowatt Charlie 1 Alpha Papa Alpha.
Kilo 3 Uniform Zulu. K3 Delta Papa Tango.
Papa. Bravo Uniform Delta.
Okie dokie. KC1MR, APA, UZ, DPT, NYP, and BUD. Did I miss anybody? KC1MR, good morning, Ray.
Yes, good morning. It's overcast. Going to be in the upper 50s, but tomorrow's going to be in the 70s, so I'll wait for that and enjoy it. How you doing, Dave?
No complaints. Glad to see the rain come down. We were dethatching the lawn yesterday, and just got enough time left over to put some seed down. And of course, so we're just thrilled that we got some rain. And that's a great start for it. Over.
Oh yeah, that sounds fantastic. And yeah, we don't do our lawn. We have nothing. I'd say maybe a quarter of an acre max of lawn. It's really true suburbia, Dave. And yeah, the beer is awful today. I couldn't believe it when I looked at the S-meter, and you're like a 7, which is very unusual, QSL.
Yeah, I don't know what that makes. Yesterday you were almost 20 over. I'm still copying you fine. If I don't look at the S-meter, I can't tell the difference.
Yes, even tough copy. I've got a noise maker when it rains or gets high humidity, and it's about a 9. And I got the noise maker in, and it works semi-okay.
Okie dokie, sir. Next on the list, APA.
Whiskey 3 Alpha Papa Alpha. Morning, Dave. Everybody in the sound of my voice. It's a dreary day here in Pittsburgh. Just had the dog out, a little nippy out there for, what I'm used to, the 80 degrees we had here for a while. Yeah, it's a little, anyways, as far as I'm concerned. But other than that, it looks like it's quit raining. It's all overcast here. It's supposed to be better tomorrow. And then more rain, wouldn't you know? I guess that'll make everything grow, including the grass here. It's, I've got it twice a week already. It's growing like weeds. But, that's just the way it is, I guess. Anyways, other than that, I need one more contact, sideband 40 meters with that Easter Island Marathon. I hope I get it, and I'll have a pretty CW and, and sideband contacts through all the bands I made contact on. So I'm looking forward to that. Hope it happens, but I have no control over that. Anyways, that's about it, Dave. So over to you. W3APA.
Okay, very good. Good luck with that. I don't know how the conditions are. You're going to work, you said, on 40, huh? Wow. Well, I'll see what happens. Next on the list, United Zebra.
Good afternoon. I guess it's still morning. Good morning, Dave. WA3GIN. And ECARS K3UZ. Bill here in Bellefonte, PA. And my ECARS number is 3999. 3999 on the roster. I hope you're hearing me okay. The band's been up and down. There's been quite a bit of QSB. You were 20 over there, and then you just before you turned it over there, you dropped down to about an S5. So anyhow, see how you're copying me. Back to you there, Dave. This is K3UZ.
Okay, no problem. No problem, Bill. A good 5.9 plus signal here. So, yeah, I guess the band's just trying to wake up, maybe. Go ahead.
Yeah, I hope so. I don't know. It's raining here, and temperature last time I looked was 50 degrees, and rain, overcast. It's been raining all weekend, but it's been a nice rain. It hasn't been anything like a heavy soaker. Just a nice gentle rain, which is okay with me. And let's see, I'm running the what is it? A Kenwood 590 SG and a Heathkit SB220. Dave, go ahead. This is K3UZ.
Okay, very fine. You're sounding good here. My noise level is down from yesterday. It was about S5. Today it's S4, which is pretty doggone low. And that's band noise because we don't have any other kind of noise out here, out in the wilderness. So, yeah, sort of interesting. But no, easy copy. Thanks for joining us today. Have a good week, Bill.
Yeah, you too, Dave, and everyone else that can hear me on ECARS here. And we'll look for you again there. Yeah, you came up that time. You're almost hitting 20 over. So 73 all. This is K3 Uniform Zulu. I'll be clear.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. Next on the list, the voice of Annapolis here, K3 DPT. Come on in, Tim.
Good morning, Dave. K3 DPT, Tim in Annapolis, 204, yada, yada, yada. Cold, rainy day here. Just going to be that way all week, apparently. And that means the grass won't grow. That's probably good. And had a question for the net. Has anybody installed solar and found that they have a noise problem with the switching power supplies in the inverter? Thinking hard about doing it, but I read about the problem they had in California and the civil suit that lasted 2 years before they got the guy to come and fix it. And I'm just wondering. K3 DPT.
Anybody out there talk to Tim about solar panel noise? I guess everywhere has still got a bunch of wood burners out there, Tim.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it was quite a little battle that guy had. It was 2 years that he battled the manufacturer of the solar panels. They finally came out and fixed them. Said it took 5 guys 8 hours on his roof to change all the inverters, and that's what it was, the switching power supply and the inverters. But I haven't heard anything about noise problems since. I'm just wondering. I'd hate to get involved in a 2-year battle with a solar panel company, if you know what I mean. You sound good today, Dave. You're 20 over 9, of course, and everybody's sounding pretty good. Everybody seems to be behaving today, so we'll just sit back and relax here and enjoy the net. K3DPT.
All right, Tim. Well, I guess you could probably figure out who manufactured those panels for that guy. And that would be the people I would use, because you could bring it up to them and say, this is what we want. Is the guy a ham?
Yeah, I've got the name of the panels, but I don't have it here right now. They may have changed their manufacturing. It was a 2-year battle. It was quite a bit of press about it. I read on the internet. Anyway, didn't hear any other comments, so back to you. Enjoy the net, and hope everybody's good there. K3DPT.
Comment?
All righty. Very fine, Tim. Ray, throw it in. Throw your comment in there, Ray.
Yeah, I don't think solar panels and being a ham really works that well. Number one, they screw up your antennas, and number two, they put a lot of AC, QSL.
Okay. Well, thank you, Ray. I'll keep that in mind. K3DPT.
73 KC1 clear.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you can. There are hams that are using solar panels, so it really does depend on the inverters, and I think it also depends. There's, I believe, 2 modes of operation. One where they're constantly just feeding into the grid, and then the other one where they're charging the battery, and then I guess they pull off the battery when the sun goes down. So it depends on what you're looking at, really, before you. I mean, they all use inverters, but there's also different kinds of inverters, and the noise was a well-known issue. Quite some time ago, was a pretty well-known issue. So they've done some work on that. So I wouldn't necessarily toss it out. I just didn't think you get enough sun where you are there with all those big, beautiful trees all over the place.
Yeah, it would be about a 60 or 70% efficiency, Dave. Wouldn't get anything in the morning, but in the afternoon until late afternoon, the whole top of the house is exposed. So I've had several offers, and they've done several surveys, and they seem to think it would work, and I think it'll work too. I'm not going to take down any trees. They fall down by themselves occasionally, but I only take them down if it looks like they're going to fall down. K3DPT.
Well, Tim, I tell you what, my hat's off to you. You really go after the bleeding edge stuff. I won't be surprised if it won't be long before I hear you talking about a human-sized AI robot that you're used to drive around your zero-turn battery-powered lawnmower.
I wouldn't do that, Dave. It's too much fun driving it.
Well, maybe you could chase him with it. That could be fun.
I'd have to reprogram him so he gets stuck. My neighbor is 97 years old, and he ran over a cinder block with his lawnmower again. He has vision problems, so he won't be cutting any grass for a while, but he loves it, and so do I. So I guess I'll be in the same boat one day.
Yeah, well, we all. Well, listen, I hope it works out for you. You talk to those companies that have given you those bids and have them guarantee noise-free. If they can't do that, they don't know what they're talking about. They've just hired a bunch of volunteer firemen to climb around on the roof and put holes in it. So, you don't want one of those. Well, good luck. Keep us up to speed on what's happening there. That's interesting stuff.
Will do. I'm going to ask them if they have a system I can go listen to. K3DPT, back to net.
Oh, yeah. Can you take your 7610 mobile or something and actually proof of the pudding test?
Yeah, I've got a 706 Mark II-G I could throw in the car and listen. So, yeah, I could do that.
There you go. Have you seen any solar panel installations out there in the neighborhood anywhere?
No, I've got a drone video, but it's from 1,600 feet, and it doesn't really show up any solar panel installations nearby. But I know there's one up the road that it's probably a half a mile away. I don't hear any noise from that, and it's pretty good size coverage of the panels on the roof.
Yeah, well, the good news is the noise doesn't go very far from what I understand. So you're really talking about, for example, LEDs in your house and an LED dimmer, the kind of noise that thing throws out on AM and 160 meters is horrendous, but you go 1,500 feet down the road and you can't hear it. So that might be, I think I would find where that guy is and drive through there with the radio and see what that sounds like. And the other thing is you have to know whether it's on or not. So, yeah, I might have to knock on the door and ask him. Anyhow, have fun with that. We'll catch you later. Next on the list, down in the southerly direction, 2NYP.
Oh, W83GIN, W2NYP. Thanks to, I don't remember who that was. Good morning, Scooter. How are you today?
I'm fine. How's your holiday weekend?
Oh, it's just marvelous. Nothing but wicked. Between the raindrops last night. Outside the raindrops. Just if it helps him at all, two things. I had in my previous house to this one, across the street had solar panels, and I had nothing. Long Island, insurance, same thing. My next door neighbor had solar panels, and those were quite old ones. No issues whatsoever. The other thing is that if you're not getting full solar coverage, go to your 98-year-old neighbor, install some mirror repair, and he'll never know, and this way you can light up the portion that, endorses them. Anyway, all is well, life is grand. I start a road trip tomorrow for a bunch of days, and walk to Philadelphia, and Connecticut, back to Philadelphia, but I will get home from Oklahoma. That's the important. We're going to have an absolutely wonderful week.
Alrighty, thank you so much. Appreciate that. It's an interesting experience there. So that's what we're looking for today on the net. People with solar panels, people who know people that have solar panels, people that know people that have problems with interference from solar panels. Scratch your heads and try and remember that campfire story about the guy next door with solar panels. So we can get some information for Tim. Of course, we would like brand names on who built the inverters. Some of the inverters are just noisy because they're put in plastic cases. And sometimes the fix is just to use a metal cabinet. So that's a real good one. I always sort of marvel at the Tesla batteries. You see those ads where they hang the batteries on the side of the garage, and they've got to be getting charged by solar panels. I wonder if they do the whole package, or they just sell the batteries and you get the panels from somebody else. So we'll have to see. Thanks, fellas. Thanks, Bruce. We'll catch you later. Last on this list, BUD.
Hey, good morning, Dave. Everybody on ECARS, good morning. It's about 50 degrees here in Enfield, Connecticut, and we're supposed to get some rain this afternoon. And I'm just catching up on straightening everything out, putting everything back where it belongs, and maybe I'll find it down the road. So I just want to say good morning, Dave, and everybody. Back to you. Thanks for being there, Control. W2CUD.
Yeah, no problem.
Alrighty. Take care, here, but we'll catch you later. ECARS Radio on 55. We're listening for check-ins. This is WA3GIN.
November 4, Echo Delta X-ray in 4. Actually down in North Carolina. ECARS number 40144. Repeat, 20,144.
All right, Ed, what are you up to?
Gotten off the air 3 years, so it's been a while, and good to hear you guys right here. I made a move up from South Carolina. I took a job at the VA hospital here in Asheville, North Carolina, as an oncology nurse.
Real fine. That's horse country out there. That's beautiful.
I'm in the valley, 10 miles east of Asheville. It's very mountainous. I happen to be in a valley at about 2,200 feet.
Yeah, valleys work great for 40 meters. I don't know about 20, but I know on 40, some of the strongest signals I hear are guys operating out of a valley. So you should be in good shape. You're solid 5'9" plus 10 here this morning. Over.
That's nice to hear. I have just strung a quick inverted V for this band, and I've only got it about the top of the antenna is about 25 feet. So I've got to raise it another 20, and I'm still working on that with a telescopic mast, 70-foot telescopic mast.
Oh boy, yeah. I think once you get above 40-meter dipoles, they really start to play. So it sounds like you're 20 over 9 signal here before too long. What's the setup there on the station?
An old MLA 2500. I'm in about 400 watts right now, over, and on the inverted V.
I'll tell you what, you've got things tuned up real well there. 7300 sounds good. The signal looks good on the pen adapter here on the Apache Labs SDR. Looks nice and clean. Audio's good. Good fidelity. Good modulation. And you couldn't ask for more, I don't think. So you're working out in the oncology lab there. How long you been? I guess you just moved there, or how long you been working there?
Yeah, I moved up about 2 years ago. Ended temporary housing last. This Asheville area is the real estate market is awesome. And it truly is almost West Coast cost of living in the Asheville and in the long-term area here of North Carolina. It's good and to be here. So, long story short, I rented a house the 1st of April.
Sounds like a lot of fun to me. Yeah, Asheville, it's been popular for a couple of decades now. You're not describing anything new there. That place has always been a magnet for folks to go in there, some of them to retire, some of them to work. We spent some time down there. It's beautiful. So good. You're helping people, and it's a shame there's still so much cancer out there. But you got a lot of smokers down there. That's the one thing that's killing those people down there. That stuff is just deadly. Neck cancer, throat cancer, pancreatic cancer, lung cancer, blood cancer, colon cancer, all those things driven by. But basically, it's a bad habit. It's a shame. So keep up the good work and keep checking into ECARS. We'd love to have you in here as a regular. now that you're back on the air.
And we'll have to see where I am.
Alrighty, good deal. So you're in the VA hospital down there. Okay, now you tied it together. All right, well, good, Ed. Thank you very much for bringing that information to us, and keep up the good work. Alrighty, ECARS Radio on 55, 38 minutes after the hour 11 here on the 5th of May. Raining in some places today. WA3GIN is your host net control for the next half hour or so. And the name here is Dave. We're transmitting from King George County, Virginia, a rural area, 187 square miles, population about 27,000. Not much going on here except for the Navy base, the Naval Surface War Center, where they do a lot of munitions testing on the shores of the Potomac River. WA3GIN listening for any stations. You don't have to be a member to check in.
WA3 Kentucky Fried
Kilo Delta 1.
Kilo Delta 2 Victor Lima Queen.
4 Echo Delta.
CQ, Kilo Delta 2 Whiskey Alpha Mike would like to check in.
Alrighty, a little bit of a pile up there. I got WA3 Kentucky Fried Turkey. I got KD2 VLQ. Did I get that right?
Roger, you did.
Okay, W4 EDX. Is that right?
You got it.
Okay, who else?
Kilo Delta 2 Whiskey Alpha Mike.
Kilo Delta 1 Golf Alpha.
Alrighty, I got KD1 Golf Alpha. And who's the KD2 Whiskey Alpha? I didn't get the last character. The KD2WA question mark. Anybody else? Alrighty, let's go to the top of the list then. WA3 KFT, come on in.
Yeah, WA3 GIN, WA3 KFT. Well, we're soggy up here too. Light rain all day today, it looks like. And my neighbor has their boy graduating from Penn State University, and that's out in the middle of the state at State College. So they had a whole lot of cars parked around. Relatives came in to go to the graduation and so on. Half of the cars are missing at the moment. But not a fun day to be playing outdoors, that's for sure. It's a great day to stay inside and watch the grass grow and play radio. So we go from there. I am net control for the Antique Wireless Association at 12 noon today. Frequency is 7237, or as close to it as I can get. And welcome all comers. You do not have to be a member of the Antique Wireless Association to join the net. Thanks, Dave, for running ECARS. And by the way, I have a number. 30,367. So I guess I'm kind of late to come to the party because I've heard others that were only 20,000. WA3GIN, WA3 KFT.
All right, very good. How's the rhubarb?
Growing like crazy. It has really taken off with the rain. 7-3.
All right, John. Very fine. Nice to have you in here today. What kind of radios do people have when they check into your net?
Don't really ask that question. And I can't really give you an answer. Sounds like a good topic to make a query today to see what's going on. Over?
Yeah, I was just curious. I have another boat anchor headed my way, an old Swan 350. Should be interesting. I had one many years ago. So it'll be fun to see what that looks like. All All right, buddy. You take care. Thanks for checking in with us, John.
Okay. Now, I have a Swan 350, but I also have a 350 Delta, a D. And that one gave a digital readout. That was a nice rig. Still have it. 7-3 from WA3KFT.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I don't know what this is. It was a freebie, so I'm not going to complain. It would be nice to have a digital readout. Take care now. KD2 VLQ. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Dave. Good morning, Dave. KD2VLQ here, ECARS number 21225. Good to hear you again. The band is absolutely crappy here in northern New Jersey. When you first were calling, you were a 5.9, and you dipped down to a 5.3. Noise is about 5.3, so I don't know what's happening to the bands today, even the upper bands. 20 meters, I haven't seen one blip on the pan adapters, so I suppose we're having some kind of solar event that's wrecking some havoc here with us over here. Anyway, it's a lazy day. It's rainy. It's about 49 degrees according to this thermometer here, and it sounds like a radio day. I would just wish the band was a little bit better. But you're sounding good and glad to check in, and thanks for doing the job of net control, Dave. So over to you, KD2VLQ.
Very good. Well, a lot of fellas are talking about how poor the band conditions are, but to tell you the truth, I'm not having that experience here. I must be in the right location. Here's how you sound. Take a listen.
Sounding good and glad to check in, and thanks for doing the job of net control, Dave. So over to you, KD2VLQ.
That's a real easy signal to listen to. Good front, what do you call that, dynamic range there.
Oh, very good. I was actually trying out a new mic. It's a Shure 55. I haven't tweaked any of the audios yet, but boy, that sounds really good. That's not my band condition. Mine sounds gravelly, and sometimes you almost completely disappear. I can barely hear any of the other members of the net when they call in. But anyway, we'll let you get on there, and I'm sure things will improve. Again, radio's fun no matter what the band conditions are. There's always something there. Maybe I can work a couple of satellites. We'll see what happens. You have a great day, and thanks for being there, and we'll talk to you again. Kilo Delta 2, Victor Lima, Quebec.
Well, I hope my S55 sounds as good as yours does. Did you open it up yet? Have you taken a look inside?
I have not. I kind of like retro mics. I actually, my other mic here is a Heil PR77D, which, is modeled after the old RCA pill mic. In fact, let me switch to it right now. Now, that's the Heil mic over there. I wonder if you could notice any difference at all. Over to you.
Slightly, a little bit more high end, I think, a little bit more high end, which is surprising because usually the Heils are bassy, but not bad. I like the sound of the 55. It's got a vintage sound to it. And what's the radio?
Radio's an FTD X10. By the way, I just knocked off I had the low cut filter on the Heil. This is the pure Heil now, which is probably opened up all the way. I have an FTD X10, probably running about 300 watts into an end-fed dipole. Over.
Okay, very nice. That change has actually made the S55 the winner of that contest for me. You sounded better on the 55 when you made that adjustment. The Heil became muffled. So interesting. Well, that's a good radio. That's a very good radio there you've got. So, and I'm trying to remember the 55. Was that a low impedance microphone?
It's dynamic. It's actually matched up pretty well with the FTD X10. It's not like the Icom where you need a little boost there, but so it's pretty good. Listen, this is right out of the box, so I haven't even tweaked it, and I've been getting pretty good reports on it. I always liked the look of these microphones. It always looked like I was broadcasting and was a rock singer or a swooner. So it's a little bit quite nostalgic looking over there. This is, by the way, the Super 55, which has a little more directionality. And I'm really talking right in front of the mic, about probably about 4 inches away from it. Over to you.
Okay, very good. That's what I have too. The S55. And open it up. Take a look inside. You'll be amazed. It's got a lot of stuff in there, and you might want to replace some of it, depending. At least the grill cloth. So, well, enjoy that. I opened up my selectivity here to 3.6. And that did bring up a little bit more of crispness on there. I would say if you're using any EQ at all on the Yaesu, I would bump the treble up a couple of notches to brighten it up for those folks that don't listen at 3.6. But anyhow, take a listen to that with the wider bandwidth.
Broadcasting was a rock singer or a swooner, so it's a little bit quite nostalgic looking over there. This is, by the way, the Super 55, which has a little more direction.
All right, could you hear the difference?
Yeah, very much so, very much so. That's thanks for doing that. It's always good to hear yourself back on the mic there. Well, I'll fiddle with this thing. I love playing around with audio, and we'll have some fun. That's always good to change it up a bit, switch things over, keep the station lively. Over to you.
Okay, good deal. I don't know what bandwidth you're transmitting at, but if you're talking to somebody with an analog radio and they have a 2.4 bandwidth, they might tell you sound muffled. But that's not accurate, actually, because as soon as you open it up, the rest of those frequencies come through on the top side. Good deal. Enjoy. Take some pictures of that thing. Put it on your website. Enjoy, Vince. Next on the list, W4, EDX. Welcome.
Morning, Dave. Do you copy?
Oh, Lima Charlie.
Yeah, I was sitting here doing some antenna design work and for all that. And to myself, now you got a 240 rack thing, 4 echo delta X-ray. And I was trying to keep to the EDX. We got 2 of them already.
About that. I don't work too many GINs, I'll tell you that. I did when I was a novice back in the 60s, but I haven't heard any since, really.
Well, it's funny. Some of the oddball or on the calls seem to be really popular. It's a new call sign for CW for that. I know that anyway, this morning, Dave, I appreciate it.
All right, good deal. Yeah, it is interesting. Next, KD2, WA, you didn't ever come back and correct the call. If you're there, it's your turn. Well, I guess his wife grabbed him. Let's try KD1, Golf Alpha.
Yeah, hey, Dave. Kilo Delta 1, Golf Alpha. Then Apex, North Carolina. It was interesting listening to you talk to that gentleman from Asheville, because I'm in Raleigh, but I work up there during the week, and I've got a little corporate apartment up there that the company pays for, because evidently we can't find anybody that actually wants to work anymore. So at my age, I'm driving 4 hours each way up there during the week. I leave on Mondays and come back on Fridays. But it's interesting listening to him talk about it. It's Buncombe County. Interesting place for sure. Real beautiful up there. But not sure. Anyway, you're 5'9". The band's weird. When you were playing back a few of the guys, to let them listen to their signal report, I couldn't hear them at all until you played them back. But you're okay. You're 5'9" and great audio anyway. WA3 GIN KD1G.
noise floor is down to S3 now. Just amazing. This is a good day for people to get audio checks if they have a station that can hear them. They're certainly not going to have any problems with band noise. You could hear a pin drop. Very good, Ben. Wow, what else I was going to talk about there? Oh, I know. A couple of things. I read an article that said this is a particular time is a good time to rent, actually. It's less expensive to rent than it is to buy right now. But, man, I'll tell you what, I don't know. People are complaining about all this mortgage stuff and interest rates and everything. I remember having a 16% interest rate on a mortgage. So I'm not very sympathetic for people that are whining about 5.5% or even 5.7. That's still a real good rate. There were very few people that got 3% or 2.5% when the government was pumping money out like crazy to try and keep the economy afloat. But here we are at 5%. People are crying the blues. I don't get it. I'll also mention the fact of prices, right? Remember prices back in the 70s? I bought a house. It was an old house, 1977. Paid $79,000 for it. 21 years later, I sold that same house for $675,000. I mean, so real estate has always been crazy. Absolutely, especially if you're in an area that's popular, whether it's popular for retirees or popular for technical development or popular for business development. Those neighborhoods are always going to demand the highest prices. So that hasn't changed, and it certainly didn't change in the last 3 years. It's been that way for as long as I've been a consumer, going on half a century. But it's fun to go back and look at the historical context of things and prices and stuff to get an idea, a real sort of solid idea of what the drivers are. I'm still trying to figure out what's driving the price of eggs. The last time I checked, the chickens are still eating the same feed. So we're not dependent on foreign imports for that. So I think the farmers are just jumping on the bandwagon, or maybe it's the middleman. Maybe it's the food lions that are jumping on the bandwagon. I'd love 60 Minutes to do a 15-minute study on the price of eggs. Anyhow, Vin, always good to hear you. Thanks for checking in with us.
Yeah, okay, Dave. Yeah, I get a kick out of all of it. Interest rates are a little high, but as you said, they're certainly not as bad as I've seen in the past. And inflation, yeah, that's really the only thing. I mean, right now, we're trying to find people to work. We can't find them. So to me, the most important thing is there's very little unemployment. So things are going real well that way. And the other stuff, I think is, the inflation is probably just a factor from the pandemic. And you know how hard it is to get. Once somebody can charge a certain amount for something, they're certainly not going to charge less. It takes a while for that to happen. It takes people to stop buying eggs, and last I checked, people love eggs. Anyway, thanks, Dave. You're doing a great job. Love listening to you. WA3GIN KD1GA 73, buddy.
All right, very fine. Yeah, you're right. I've never seen any prices go down. The only thing that goes down is fuel, and we don't control that. Anybody that pretends to control the price of fuel is smoking pot. It's up 10 cents one week, down 10 cents another week. It's something. It's a hoot. And depending on where you buy it, you go up to the city, it's 50 cents more. Come back here to the country, 50 cents less. So all interesting stuff. Alrighty, ECARS, it's more now, 57 minutes after the hour, 11 o'clock on Sunday, May the 5th. A couple more minutes here. We'll take a few more check-ins.
November 2, Zulu Golf November.
1, Yankee, Quebec.
All right, the dynamic duo there, N2ZGN and WA1YYQ. Any others? Let's go with these guys. N2ZGN, good morning.
Good morning, N2ZGN. Up here in Peru, we're light drizzle, 52 degrees, and 0.11 inches of liquid precip since midnight, over.
Good deal. I'll bet you're happy to have it, too.
Well, we're up to where we should be, but it doesn't hurt, especially this light stuff. The farmers love it, and they'll be planting crops here probably sometime during the week, over.
All righty, real fine. We have a fantastic repeater network that's been constructed over the years up and down the Potomac River. It starts up in Arlington, Virginia, and it works its way all the way down to almost to the Tappahannock. And there's 4 or 5 trustees. All of them are farmers. And, they get on there in the morning as they're getting their chores lined up for what they're going to do. And the one common thing they talk about is they can't find anybody who wants to work. And they would be thrilled to get some people in here that would work on the farm. You can't find anybody. And isn't that an interesting issue? So, what are you going to do? Plenty of jobs. And apparently there are a lot of people employed because they sure are spending the money on TVs and all kinds of stuff, because that's one of the reasons inflation's where it is, because people don't care. They're spending that money like tomorrow's the last day. Next on the list, a familiar voice on 55, WA1YYQ. Come on in, Dan.
Ed, good morning to you, Dave, and everybody else on the net here, and I'm listening to your conversation. Too bad your hour is over. We'll have another conversation another time. But one of the issues is that there's too much money floating in the system, and the Federal Reserve and the government keeps putting out these programs to throw money out there. So, of course, the young people don't want to work. They're living off the stock market bubble of their parents and their grandparents, and it's just a very unfortunate thing. But inflation is nominal. It's normal for every economy. I'm actually talking to you on my Kenwood TS480HX with 200 watts with my MFJ 939 tuner into my doublet antenna, and I'm just testing it on Ben today. I've got a very nice copy on you on this radio, and I'm just wondering how it sounds to you. Over.
Oh, it sounds great. If you'd asked me that question earlier, I would have made a recording. Sounds very good. I love the smooth. And you're absolutely right. I just read an article that talk about subsidies. But you're going to hold on to your shorts, boys. Federal government subsidizes the oil industry by $2.3 billion annually. What the heck is that all about? Why do they need to be a subsidy earner, right? What do they call that? Geez, welfare queen? I think Chevron is a welfare queen. They made $21 billion in profit last year, and they picked up $1 billion or more in subsidies. That's nuts. Anyhow, nice to hear you, Dan. You take care and enjoy the day. 480 sounds great.
All right, Dave, very good. Thank you. And don't forget that Biden has now waived a lot of the student loans. I think $1.6 billion or whatever that number is. So all that money is now going to float into the economy, and that's our tax dollars just disappeared. So it gets worse than that, Dave. I've got so much. As you know, I used to be a commentator on Fox Business for 12 years. So, and I'm a trader, so I got a lot of research, and you and I can take on frequency one day and have a great conversation. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your day. Try to be happy. Don't look at the prices. Just enjoy life. That's what it's all about. Be nice to the neighbors. 73, talk to you soon, and let you go, and we'll have another conversation. WA1YYQ in Greenwich, Connecticut. I'll be clear.
All right, buddy. Very good. Yeah, I don't think most of those forgiveness things are going to work. I mean, he can float it out there, but I think that'll go to court and it'll be denied. So he hasn't had much luck doing that. And I think also the effect is what, 50,000, 100,000, nominal. Anyhow, we always have fun here on 55. 73 to all you guys. Take care, be well, eat well, like Dan says, and be nice. And we'll hope to work you all again real soon. In the meantime, we got a super station coming up here over in Cape May, New Jersey. Everybody knows Jeff, NJ2US. So if she can't hear you, you don't exist. And the band conditions are interesting this morning, so check back in with Jeff so he can try out his antenna system. This is WA3GIN. We'll be clear. Over to you, Jeff.
Okay. WA3GIN, November Juliet 2 Uniform Sierra, coming to you on the NFED. I'll go back to the loop. And I'm on the loop now, so hopefully you saw the consistent change. Very good. Well, thank you very much, and I'll reserve comment on all the financial situations here. I do remember my first mortgage was 15%, and that doesn't make it any better, and that doesn't make 7% mortgages any better. So I don't think it's a fair comparison, to be honest. The fiscal monetary policy of the Carter administration killed a lot of people. But, hey, listen, millions of people are going to have to lose their jobs for this to correct. It's going to be devastating, so stand by. Grab onto your shorts. Speaking of grabbing shorts, Dave.
By the way, today the difference was 20 dB.
It's amazing. I don't know. Clearly it's got to be, I think it's obvious. It's clearly a null and a lobe intermixing right in your particular direction and position and drop point for the signal. So pretty cool.
Yes, but for certain, and I appreciate your comments as well. And I agree. It's very hard to compare. It's just life experience, I worked 2 jobs, raised dogs. I did what I had to do to get that down payment for that first place. And to me, it was a lot of money back then. It's not anymore, but it was back then when I was a youngster. So people need to do more and whine less. I think we can all agree on that. See you later. Talk to you later.
Well, again, all relative, right? My family income back then with that 15% mortgage was probably about, it was certainly less than $30,000 a year, probably closer to like $22,000, $23,000. Heck, my first car payment was $65 a month, and I was making $9,000 a year. So it's all great as long as you just keep adding zeros to the end of the number. Increase the salaries, increase the good. It doesn't matter what it costs. It just matters how much you're making. It's all about the percentage, right? What's the percentage of your income can you pay for things you need? That's the thing that has to be measured. The dollar amount is really irrelevant. At some point in time, we're going to be paying $1 million for a $100,000 house, but we're going to be making $2.5 million a year. So at some point it breaks. It's devastating. I think everybody's just pushing it off, and we're all hoping we're all dead. We're hoping it's our grandchildren's problem. 73 day, WA3GIN, November Juliet 2 Uniform Sierra. This is ECARS, East Coast Amateur Radio Service, top of the hour. Any mobiles real quick? How about mobiles? Any mobiles riding along? Anybody with a schedule? Anybody have a schedule here at top of the hour? All right, we'll open it up for regular check-ins. Then we'll see who we can get here. And don't mind me. I'm making an adjustment here on my transceiver while I talk. I'm taking advantage of it. There we go. That looks a lot better. Anybody anywhere for ECARS? Full call signs phonetically just one time. November Juliet 2 Uniform Sierra ECARS.
Kilowatt Charlie 1 Mike Romeo.
Sierra. Kilo Charlie 8, Charlie Oscar India.
WB20810 QRP.
KC1 Mike Romeo, Tango Fox Sierra, Kilo Charlie 8, Charlie Oscar India, November 1 Echo Sierra. Oscar Hotel November, got a Yankee Whiskey. Who are the others?
Whiskey Alpha 3, Bravo Mike.
Kilo Alpha 1 Kilo and 3 Bravo Mike. Anybody else? KC1MR. Good afternoon, Ray.
Yes, good afternoon, Jeff. You're 5/9, and the band is lousy. How's that?
Band is lousy. We just come off a pretty good M-class flare. Previously followed a X-class flare. The D region absorption is horrible. However, you're good. You're 5 to 10 dB over S9. I have no problem hearing you. I think we're going to be okay.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. And it's an overcast day here. It's going to be in the low 60s. But tomorrow's supposed to be in the 70s and cloudy. That's half good. And the day after, it's going to be in the sunny all day long. Tuesday. Sunny Tuesday. And I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, kind of a cloudy week coming up, I think. So, I don't know. Everything's turning green out there. Everything's filling in nicely. It's amazing how quickly that happens once somebody flips the green switch. The forest area here surrounding the home QTH is really getting green and thick, and I like that change. I like the change in seasons. I don't welcome the critters, though. We're going to see our share of mosquitoes, ticks, and chiggers. But we'll make do. Dave, have a great day. Enjoy your drive, and it's 57 degrees down here at the Jersey Shore. Take care. 1811 lifetime member from near Boston, Massachusetts, KC1MR. Next up, Tango Fox here.
Top of the afternoon to you now over here. Yeah, things are good. My name is Hobson. We over here in Landover, Maryland. That's Edgar, I'm sorry. We're in Landover, Maryland, about 15 miles Washington, D.C. It's about 62 degrees now, rain. It's going to be a little damp, cool day, and it's good for the little garden we have out in the back. We probably go down to the waterfront today and just sit there and look around and just take it easy today, relaxing. Thanks for picking me up this afternoon. I wish everyone well out there. Have a blessed day. M3TFS AN73, back to net.
Well, thanks, Edgar. Nice signal, 5.9. I know the conditions are poor, but so far signals are holding up really well. Of course, it's the ones I can't hear that maybe I should be measuring the bandwidth, but appreciate you being there. Last chatted back. Well, not that long ago, but I lost the date. It slipped away because I made a change. Edgar, thank you so very much, and have a great day from Landover, Maryland, November 3 Tango Fox Sierra. Next up, Kilo Charlie 8, Charlie Oscar India.
Hey, Jeff, good afternoon. Good to hear you on here. As usual, you're coming in good into southern West Virginia. I'm hearing almost everybody. The band, it's typical 40 meters. I don't care what your solar cycle is or what anything. 40 meters is just always going to be a crapshoot. You just never know what you're going to get. I think the improved solar cycle mainly affects the like 20 meters and places, bands, work bands, things like that. That's what really comes through on these the improved solar cycles. I think 40 is just going to be 40. You're just going to have to take what you get every day. It's going to be different. That's just the way the nature of this band. And 80 is a little like that. But anyway, you're sounding good, and I'm hearing most everybody, so I count that as a plus. Back to you, Jeff. KC8TI.
Well, I embrace the philosophy you have on 40 meters. I share something similar, but it's like the weather. We just love to talk about it, Ted. It's 8463. Lifetime member hitting West Virginia. You're 5'9". Anything else?
Now, don't even tell me about the weather. We had a good stretch of nice weather, almost summer-like, and now it's going to be, chance of rain for the foreseeable future. I just hope we get breaks in it to get outside things done we need done. Anyway, Jeff, Now that's always something to play with, talk about, is the weather and the solar cycle. Anyway, catch you later, buddy. Say KCHCOI.
Thanks, Ted. Appreciate your comments. Always welcome. Thank you and have a great day. KCHCOI and November Julia 2 Uniform Sierra. November 1 Echo Sierra. Hello, Ed.
And 1ES to NJ2US. Last on yesterday, first on today. Don't know if you got a chance to get on the website. My first initial last name, web.com, EFCALLON web.com. In the middle of it is the ECARS stuff. In any event, temperatures here are mild. We got rain. And it looks like Tuesday's the best day, and the rest of the week is going to be pretty wet. Other than that, no other news here. The signals are up and down. You go from an S2 to 5 over. But that's the best report I can give you. Back to you, Jeff. and we, yes.
Okay, Ed. Hey, I misunderstood. You were telling me about a website, and I don't remember having a discussion with you about a particular website. It's yourname.com?
Jeff, it's my first initial last name, Web. ESCALLON, web.com. I do a lot of stuff on your radio here. It's kind of interesting to do it, and there's a lot of volunteer stuff there, Jeff. All right, back to you.
I have it. That you said it, and I typed it in, and I popped right up to your webpage. I will review this. Thank you very much. Yeah, wow, a lot of information there, and highlighting your accomplishments and interests and your social contributions. Very nice indeed, Ed. I will review this. Thank you for sharing. Have a great day.
Later.
All right, clear with November 1 Echo Sierra. November Juliet 2 Uniform Sierra. How about Oscar Hotel November? Oscar Hotel November. Yankee Whiskey.
Kilo Echo 8, Tango Yankee Whiskey. Good afternoon. Hi, Jeff. I'm glad to hear you today.
Yeah, your signal's way down, Randy. I normally hear you much stronger, so we found one of the Swiss cheese holes in the propagation layer between me and you. But it's good copy. I copied everything. It's Q5 copy, I guess I should say, so I'm not missing anything. Just signal strength in your direction is depressed a little bit. 8529 lifetime member, and thank you so much for stopping by. You want to spread anything on the ECARS record here?
Oh, sure. I do have a temperature of 75 down here in West Virginia today, and the sun is shining. Of course, it's partly cloudy at times, and we're supposed to have rain again the next few days, so we'll see what happens. You're coming in about a 6 right now, so it's bad both ways. Hey, have a good day, Jeff. Kilo Echo 8, Tango Yankee Whiskey, 73. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you, Randy. Have a great day. Appreciate you being there. The Kilo Alpha 1 Kilo.
Kilowatt Alpha 1, Kilowatt Tango Tango, KA1KTT. Name is Dave, Delta Alpha Victor Echo. Dave's the name. Up here in North Adams, northwestern Mass, northern Berkshire County in here. Got cloudy skies, got light steady rain falling, about 50 degrees, 50. Band's a little up and down here. I had you at S9 when you first started, and it started to come back down, and maybe you're coming back up there. How's the copy there, over?
Copy's very good. It's Q5 copy, Dave. A little lighter than what I would expect, but it is definitely poor band conditions or variable band conditions, but I have no problem hearing you. And thank you for the report coming back from the Commonwealth. Any other traffic?
I'd like to call a station.
You go right ahead, sir.
Okay, we had a sked at 10 o'clock, but I don't think the conditions were that good at 10 o'clock. But Kilowatt Alpha 1, Quebec Alpha Alpha, KA1QAA, KA1QAA, Vermont, KA1KTT. Around here, Jim? Nothing heard. I don't think he's sleeping now, though. Sometimes he sleeps in later Sunday. But, conditions were, they're still not great, but they're better here, I guess. 200 watts here on the Tar Heel screwdriver antenna on the mobile home there, QSL.
Yep. I have the notes here. I have that screwdriver up there on the structure. Sounds very good. It's, doing quite well considering the limitations of the compromised screwdriver, but radiating very nicely. Dave, have a great day. Thank you for stopping by. Clear with Kilo Alpha 1. Kilo Tango Tango leaves me with WA3 Bravo Mike.
Hey, good morning there, Jeff. NJ2US, WA3BM. Well, your signal's all over the place. When I first got on here, when you first started taking calls, you were about a 5.5. Now you're 10 dB over S9, so it's picked up really well. Sounding good. And I was listening to you talking about the price of things and mortgages and stuff like that. And I was just talking to my son. He has a 6-year-old who plays ice hockey like he did when he was his age, my son. And he just had to go buy this kid a new stick. And it cost $180 for a little 6-year-old stick. It's crazy. And skates are like over $200 now for little kids. So, the price of everything's just out of sight. But anyway, you're sounding good, and hope everything's well with you.
Yeah, it is. Thank you very much. And I do reel at stories like that things we used to just take for granted, go out and buy. Heck, a visit to the grocery store is traumatic for most families now. I really don't know how young families struggle when they have to go to the grocery store. It's unsettling, actually. And, you could take this discussion anywhere. One can assume that something a country can do can fix it in the right way, whether it's supply and demand or, just good fiscal policy, or is it greed? I don't know. I think if we knew the answer, we wouldn't have the problem. Bernie, always a pleasure to hear you. Good, strong signal, 30307, fellow net controller and lifetime member. Hope you enjoy your day.
All right, very good. Thank you so much. And, I was going to make one comment, and that is it seems like when prices go up through inflation or greed or whatever, they rarely ever come back down. They'll stay where they're at, but they might not go up anymore, but they will definitely not go down. And I wanted to give you a heads up, too. I have a buddy. He's been a ham for about 2 years, I think, and he's never had any opportunity to get a station on the air that worked. So I went over on Friday. He lives on the other side of Pittsburgh, south side of Pittsburgh. And I got him all hooked up and running and everything, and he's on the air. And I told him about ECARS. He's been checking in here and there. So if you hear him, say hi to him. It's called Kilowatt Charlie 3 Alpha Papa Tango, and his name is Jack. And I'd appreciate that if you give him a shout. All right, take care, buddy, and have a wonderful day. NJ2US, WA3BM.
I put Jack in my local log here with a note that you recommended him, and so if he does pop in, I'll be able to connect the dots and say hello on your behalf and welcome him. So thank you for sharing his call. He's now in the database here, and he'll pop up with a note. So that's convenient. Thank you, Bernie. Have a great day.
You too, Jeff. NJ2US, WA3BM. Bye-bye.
Okay, and let's see here. That actually concludes that list. Let's listen for mobiles, please. Any mobiles? Mobiles for ECARS. November Juliet 2, uniforms here. Any relays? I will take another list of check-ins. Gentlemen, ladies, please, your full call sign, say it one time, and please use phonetics. November Juliet 2, uniforms here.
Sierra 3, Delta Juliet Kilo.
November.
WB208, Chen.
November 2,
Sierra Foxtrot 497.
Whiskey 3, Echo Alpha Tango.
All right, I got 4FON. I heard Juliet Kilo, WH Sierra Uniform November. I have Oscar Hotel November. Don, I have you QRP. November 2, Papa, Oscar X-Ray, Whiskey 3, Echo Alpha Tango. Who did I miss? All right, well, it sounds pretty good. All right, the Juliet Kilo.
Yeah, Whiskey 3, Delta, Juliet Kilo, QSO.
Hello, Dan. You're 5'9" from the Commonwealth. How are you today?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, pretty good. Just heard you in there and figured I'd jump in. You're doing a good 5'9" into PA. Sounding pretty good, over.
Thank you very much. Rig is an Apache Lab 7000. The amplifier right now is legal limit ACOM 2000A. The antenna, the transmit antenna, is a 600-foot horizontal loop up about 65 feet here in the Pine Barrens of Cape May County, South Jersey. We last chatted on April 7th. It's great to have you stop back, and thank you for being a lifetime member, 30279. Any other traffic?
Oh, no, not at all. I just wanted to check in and say you're sounding good. Yeah, I'm just running barefoot here with my SEDX 101B and seem to be doing the trip. So with that, I'll go ahead and turn it back over to you. W3, DJK.
Thanks, Dan. Have a great day. Appreciate you being there. Next up is WH Sierra Uniform November.
Hello, Jeff. W8SUN here in Roanoke. We're drying out a little bit, and hopefully we'll be dry enough at about 2:30 to go play pickleball. You know me, you got to get out there and get some exercise. Hopefully it'll keep me young, Jeff. How copy today?
Oh, Wayne, I don't think anybody argues with that. The good aerobic exercise, keeping all the limbs moving. I congratulate you on that, and I think it's going to pay off for you in the long run. So we certainly enjoy. Quite frankly, a lot of the fellows here on ECARS, we live our lives vicariously through you, Wayne, on that pickleball court. You're 5'9".
Okay, very good. Well, yeah, the band sounds kind of funny today. It's you're only like 5'8". Normally you're about 10 over here, but I'm hearing you fine. You're above all noise. So anyway, thanks for getting me in, Jeff. I appreciate it. 8439, I believe, is my number. And thank you. Yeah, I love to get out there and get some exercise. Not bad for 74. I'll try to keep it going. 7-3, Jeff, W8SUN.
Good job, and keep up the nice work, Wayne, and confirming your number 8439 checks good on the roster. And thank you for stopping by. WH Sierra Uniform November, Roanoke, Virginia, headed for the pickleball courts. NJ2US. Next up is, let's go grab Oscar Hotel November. Let's see if I get you this time. I called you the first time. You weren't there.
Yeah, hi. Good morning, Jeff. This is WB2OHN, QRP, Clifton Park, New York. We had to take a break. Your signal's about a 5 and 7 on the loop. 5 and 7 on the loop, and I know you were switching to an NFED. It sounded about the same, but if you want to switch again, I'll give you a better signal report. Go ahead.
I'd like to, and the only reason I do that is because it's so easy. It's just one mouse click, and I go back and forth between these two antennas. So this, of course, is the loop. And this is the NFED, which is a 260-foot, 160-meter NFED half-wave antenna. It's elevated flat top. It's about 50 feet above the ground. And just to wrap up, Don, I will go back to the loop antenna. And here I am back on that big 600-foot loop. What are you hearing up there?
Okay, the loop is about a 5 and 7, and the NFED is a 5 and 5, and that's on a little meter that I can barely see. But a big difference. The loop is outperforming the NFED. Go ahead.
Thanks, Don. And that's generally the case, except for very few stations, including Dave, WA3GIN. He sees sometimes a 10 to 20 dB advantage on that NFED for whatever the physical reasons are for that, propagation-wise, nulls and lobes. So it is fascinating. Thanks for that report, Don. You got anything else for us?
Negative. I just wanted to remind you that we did a similar experiment on 160, must have been 2 years ago, and we even dropped it to very low power. So while we were very linear on the receiver, and the the NFED versus the loop, and I don't know if they're still the same ones, but they were equal. Go ahead.
Yeah, same antenna. Well, not the same exact antenna. I've been through a couple iterations of transformers and replacing wire and things like that, but generally the physicality of the antenna is the same. It's oriented due north, due south, 50 feet, gliding across the top of some pine trees. This transformer is elevated up there with the wire, flat top, so it's a lot of fun, and it does work fairly well, sometimes better to the north on 160 meters than the cloud warmer. This loop is a cloud warmer on 160 meters. So, Don, thanks a lot for the testing. Have a great day. WB2 Oscar Hotel, November Juliet 2 Uniform Sierra break with Don, and thanking him for his comparisons. Next up is Rich, November 2 Papa Oscar X-ray.
NJ2US and 2POX, 21212 for the roster. Yes, Jeff, I'm one of the exceptions. The band is so noisy, I'm listening to you on your SDR, but if you go to your NFED, I could actually listen to you better. Hear you better. How's that sound?
I don't... You mean you hear me better on my SDR?
Oh, your SDR is awesome. It's just there's a little delay there. You'd have to excuse. I have to toggle back. I have to click the mute. Otherwise, I get the reverb. And that's what I do. I find myself doing that a lot. My dipole and where I'm located is very noisy. So I find myself using your SDR when I'm on ECARS, and I use the K3FEF in Pennsylvania a lot. It comes in very handy. Over.
Okay, Rich, thank you very much. I appreciate those reports. 21212 from New York. You're sounding good here. You're 5'9", and no issue copying you whatsoever. Have a great day, Rich. Thanks for stopping by, and appreciate you being a regular. N2 Papa Oscar X-ray, November Juliet 2 Uniform Sierra. Next up, Kilo India 4 Fox Oscar November. Good afternoon, Don.
Hey, good afternoon, Dave. Sun is shining, and it's like it's shining down here. So, gotta get out the sunshine.
Gloomy day here at the Jersey Shore, Don. Cloudy, overcast, 59 degrees, rain showers in the area. I suspect we'll see a little more precipitation before this moves out, maybe by tomorrow, and I think there's some weather behind it as well. Don, you take care. Thank you for being a lifetime member. 49er, 39er, Alexandria, Virginia. Have a good day, sir. Whiskey 3 Echo Alpha Tango.
Go ahead. W3EAT.
Welcome to the East Coast Amateur Radio, sir.
Thank you very much. Just listening to the net here. Thought I would check in. Just got a FT710 set up into my loop.
Yes, sir. Are you familiar with ECARS at all? Have you ever checked in before?
Negative. Just looking on the webpage here. Looks like you guys do some grants and stuff like that.
Yeah, we're one of the longest standing service nets here on 40 meters. The net got started back in 1968 as a service for mobile operators, and it was just a monitored frequency. Mobiles would just call in, and other ECARS participants would answer up to the mobiles and just kind of keep communication going. It wasn't too long after its meager start that we started to actually assign net controllers, and since then, the service has grown over the years, well over 50 years, of course. And, now we run every day from 0730 Eastern Time to 1330 Eastern Time. And the net controllers do change every hour, Sam. You're not always going to hear the same net controller. We take hour shifts, and you'll see up there on the left-hand side, you can actually look at the net control schedule. And each of the net controllers has their own individual style. Generally, we don't rag chew. Some net controllers rag chew a little more than others. So you can kind of just, develop your own style here. And but we don't really brag to you about anything in particular. It's kind of just general purpose, and I think most people enjoy the fast-moving nature of the net. Do I have your name correct? Do you go by Sam?
QSL on that. Yep, Sierra Alpha Mike. Is my signal all right? I'm running an 80-meter loop, just barefoot 100 watts here out of Linthicum, Maryland.
Yeah, Linthicum sounds pretty good, actually. The 80-meter loop is doing a nice job here on 40 meters. Your report is 5.9.
QSL on that. Yeah, you guys are really noisy today. I guess that solar flare is screwing everything up. Because I got about a 9 noise, and you're right at the level of it. Some of those stations out there, I can't even tell they're even keying up at all. So I guess I'll let you get back to the next one there. I don't want to keep it held up too long. W3AC, thanks for coming back.
Thank you, Sam. Officially first time in my log. Please come back and visit again. Check in with other net controllers. I'm going to be the last shift of the day. But tune in every day. The net is always on 7255, always. So you can always tune in here and catch one of the other net controllers. 73 to Sam, Whiskey 3 Echo Alpha Tango in Maryland. November Juliet 2 Uniform Sierra. This is ECARS, East Coast Damage Radio Service. Any other check-ins, full call signs phonetically one time.
November 8 Delta Oscar Delta.
November 1 X-ray Charlie Yankee Mobile.
Whiskey 3 Delta Oscar November.
All right, November 8 Delta Oscar Delta, November 1 X-ray Charlie Yankee Mobile going to the top of the list, and W3DON. Hello, Don. November 1 X-ray Charlie Yankee Scott Mobile. Go ahead.
November 1 X-ray Charlie Yankee ECARS 10434. 10434 on the roster. Hopefully you're copying me okay, Jeff. Scott Mobile in Warwick, Rhode Island. Have you into my mobile with about a 5.8, 5.9. Jeff, nice audio. And another gloomy day in New England for us. Back to you, Jeff.
Yeah, kind of gloomy down here, Scott. A good copy, Q5 copy indicate May. Signals a little light, band conditions poor, solar conditions, solar flares, and whatnot, causing issues here on 7 megahertz. But I did not miss a syllable. Lifetime member 10434. Any other traffic?
I'm losing the band. November 1 X-ray Charlie Yankee is out.
Quite remarkable. I hear you very nicely. M1 X-ray Charlie Yankee, November Juliet 2 Uniform Sierra. November 8 Delta Oscar Delta. Hello, Jim.
Hello, Jeff. NADOD 8243. Warren, Ohio. We're at 69 degrees and getting brighter as we speak. So it looks like we might avoid some rain this afternoon and have a nicer day. We've had enough of it. We send it on your way. How you doing?
Great to hear you, Jim. Everything is fine here. I mean, despite the gloomy weather, it's certainly an okay day. You can certainly go outside and get a couple things done and enjoy the ham shack and everything else that weekends give us. And thank you for being a lifetime member. 8243, Warren, Ohio. Sounding good. We last chatted in April on the 21st, so nice of you to stop back. You got anything else for us, Jim?
That's it, Jeff. Just make it a great day. Talk to you soon.
Yes, sir. Good advice. Thank you. NADOD, November Juliet 2 Uniform Sierra. Hello, Don. W3 Delta Oscar November. I apologize earlier. Something happened in the shack and took advantage of something coming down to rework a couple things on the SDR, and it happened during your shift, and it wasn't lost on me that you complained. W3 Delta Oscar November.
Hey, Jeff, I think you called me. I hope you did anyway. You baited on me. I think I heard Delta Oscar November. Anyway, I just wanted to check in and say good day to you. ECARS number's 30 triple deuce. Hopefully you can hear me down there in Cape Man. I hope I'm not stepping on anybody. W3DON.
Hey, Don, good copy. Q5 copy. Q5 copy, despite the propagation not doing the same in your direction. 30222, lifetime member, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. 73, Don. W3DON, November Juliet 2 Uniform Sierra. Any other check-ins for ECARS?
W030.
Whiskey Bravo 4, India, Uniform Yankee.
Whiskey 3, Romeo Papa Alpha.
Whiskey Oscar 3 Oscar, WB4 India Uniform Yankee, Whiskey 3 Romeo Papa Alpha. Who are the others?
Kilo Delta 3 X-ray.
Kilo Delta 3 X-ray. Anybody else? Whiskey Oscar 3 Oscar. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, 11033. Got my number, so good to hear you today, and I'll let you go because it sounds like you got a busy day.
Okay, Oscar, I'm curious. That's the first time that's happened to me in quite some time where you gave me an ECARS number and it did not come up in my database. I'm going to have to do a second check here. Who'd you get the number from, Bob?
I got an email, ECARS Treasurer, blah, 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 Oscar, welcome aboard, 1133. Let me see, Bob, yep. Yeah, I looked before I come on because I couldn't remember what it was. It should be pretty easy to remember being 11033, but I then went back to my email and found it, so that's how I knew what to tell you.
All right, well, Whiskey Oscar 3 Oscar is not in the database. I suspect that he issued you the number, but he either did not enter it properly into the database or misentered it into the database. But not to worry, you got the number. So you say it's 11030?
33. 11033.
Okay, I'm going to make a note of it, but it's not showing up in our database. So that can't rule out Bob just made an entry error, but he sent you the email with the number. I'll send him a note. He'll get it fixed.
All righty, very good. Well, good to hear you today, and have fun.
Thank you, Oscar. Appreciate it. Thank you for joining up, and I feel bad that we may have just goofed up a database entry in this SQL database. So not to worry. In fact, let me just do a confirmation check on another call sign to see if the database is responding, and it is. Okay. So I suspect just an entry error on Bob's part. Well, let me ask you this. Did you just get the email today?
No. It's been, let me see, what did I do? I'm looking for a date. March 20.
I just sent a note to Bob to have him check the database to make sure he's got you entered properly. And it's probably, I guarantee, I know Bob, within 24 hours it'll be fixed. Thank you, Oscar. Have a great day.
You too. 73-W30.
All right, very good. Okay, WB4 India Uniform Yankee.
Hey, Jeff, great to hear you on. Hadn't been on in a while. Anyway. Great signal, 20 over, plus down here into Youngsville, North Carolina. Got some thunderstorms like your static crashes in here now. Some more clouds moving in the area. But nice rainy Sunday afternoon to see tomato plants and fresh grass and all that. Enjoying the rain. I'm running old Heathkit twins again today, and but again, you're coming in like gangbusters out here, Jeff. I've been sidetracked a while. We had a houseboat project, and spent a lot of time working on that thing. So got that finished and kind of back into shack playing now. So anyway, great to hear you on. Back to you from WB4IUY.
Yeah, very nice to get you back in here, Dave. If you can believe it, the last time I logged you, if this is accurate, was December 10th of 2021. So nice to hear you back on here. Beautiful 5.9 signal. Appreciate you stopping by. Anything else?
Nope, that's it. Hope to be here a little more often than that. I'm putting a ring on the houseboat here pretty soon. But yeah, we were fishing a lot, and then we built a houseboat from scratch, so it ate up about 2 years.
You're a busy guy. Congratulations. That sounds like a really nice project, Dave. Put some pictures up on the QRZ page. 73, clear with WB4IUY. Next up, Whiskey 3, Romeo Papa Alpha.
Good afternoon. Whiskey 3 Romeo Papa Alpha here. Just wanted to check in. Been listening here for the last 20 minutes or so, and copying most but not all stations. Bad conditions are terrible, I agree. Anyway, just wanted to check in, say hello. Back over to you, sir.
Okay, you go by Bruce?
Yes, sir.
All right, right, Bruce. Well, thanks for stopping by. I don't know if you're familiar with ECARS, the East Coast Amateur Radio Service. Have you heard of us before?
Yes, I did. I stopped back in, it was on April 9th. Checked in, and again, that was my first visit. And yes, I visited the website. So I wouldn't say I'm intimately familiar with it, but I am generally familiar with ECARS.
Well, thank you very much for that. We're honored to have you stop by again. It's been a long-standing net here on 40 meters since 1968. I discovered it actually as a very young teenager. I was 12 years old, 1972. Well, no, I was listening in 1971 as a novice, got my general in 1972, and checked in for the first time. It was a thrill of a lifetime. And so it's just something I kept gravitating back to. I hope you enjoy it. We do, of course, rotate the net controllers hourly. You probably heard that. So not always going to hear the same fellow running the net. And thank you for checking out the web page as well, Bruce. Really appreciate that. I don't know, do you ever get out to Dayton Xenia Hamvention? Do you come out?
I did not, almost made it this year, but no, I missed it. Had a couple of other conflicts going on, but it was close.
All right, well, we didn't have it yet this year, so Hamvention is in Xenia, May 17, 18, 19 in Xenia, Ohio at the Greene County Fairgrounds. It's Hamvention. It's the big one. And ECARS has a booth there this year. We're going to be, if you just want to make a note, booth 5210. That's in Building 5, of course, Building 5 and Building 4, the two buildings closest to the tailgating swap meet area. So stop by and say hello if you do make it out there. Perhaps maybe you missed another Ham Fest. I usually get to the one down in Orlando, Florida. Hamcation in Orlando usually is in February. Bruce, thanks for stopping by.
Very good. Thank you very much. No, I must have been confusing that one with, I think there was a Ham Fest in and around Erie somewhere. Anyway, but I appreciate the heads up on the Hamvention. That sounds interesting. But I appreciate that. Okay. Well, I don't want to hold you up. Good checking in with you again. Until the next time. W3RPA will be clear listening.
Oh, yeah. You know, Dayton is probably a bucket list for a ham, no question about it. It's just a fantastic experience. And, not just the whole immersion in total amateur radio, but the fact is if you feel kind of I'm a social kind of guy, so I enjoy having the eyeball QSOs with people I meet in amateur radio, and it's probably the one place besides Orlando, Florida, Hamcation, I get that opportunity. It really is a lot of fun. So this year with the booth, we hope to exploit that even more, and hope you can find time to come out. If not this year, next year. The wife, we turn it into a road trip. We drive out from New Jersey. I don't normally like to drive long distances. That is one of the rare exceptions. So again, May 17, 18, 19 at the Greene County Fairgrounds in Xenia, Ohio. Of course, Hamvention started and was for many years at the Hara Arena in Dayton. That place no longer exists. They closed down. Then a tornado completely destroyed it, and then they just cleared the land. So now it's at the fairgrounds in Xenia. Most people agree that after the first year of some growing pains, it really is turning out to be a nice premier location for this premier ham radio event. Very nice indeed. Thank you, Bruce. W3RPA, November Juliet 2 Uniform Sierra. One more to go on this list. Kilo Delta 3 X-ray.
Hey, good afternoon, Jeff. Kilo Delta 3 X-ray here. Excuse me for the voice. Let's see, pretty quiet on my receiver. I hear some folks saying there's a lot of noise. It's so quiet that I'm actually hearing a little bit of rain static on the bare wire G5 RV, which prompted me to wonder, do you use a coated wire for your loop, or is it bare? Over.
No, it's insulated 12-gauge stranded copper wire, THHN or THNN. I can never get those letters straight. So it's soft copper. It requires a lot of maintenance. It's 600 feet of wire in a loop the shape of a pentagon, and I have to repair it several times a year. But it is a great antenna. I only use it for transmit. I do not receive on that antenna, Barry. I use low noise, high gain antennas. Or they're not high gain antennas, I shouldn't say that. They're low noise antennas, preamplified, very low to the ground. In fact, if you go to my website, nj2us.net, I stream ECARS live on both YouTube and a low latency server. And everything you hear on that streaming receiver, you're listening to an antenna that's 4 feet off the ground, and it outperforms the loop. But a direct answer to your question, insulated 12-gauge stranded.
All right, very good. ECARS here is 30857. I read an article about a receive antenna that you actually put on the ground, and thought, wonder how that works. I know there's one gentleman here in the Lancaster area that uses it, but it doesn't seem to be a very popular antenna. Over.
Well, it depends. It's got a special use, right? It's for very low frequencies, high noise environments where you're not looking for strong signals. You're looking for better signal-to-noise ratios, right? So if you lay that antenna on the ground, your noise floor will go down to S1 or S2. But an S9 signal might only be about an S4 or S5 on that loop on the ground or wire antenna on the ground. But the whole idea is the signal-to-noise ratio is much greater and the signal is much more audible. You have to really see it and hear it to believe it. Beverage antennas work like that. I'm also listening to you on, I have 4 600-foot beverages here, and they perform very well on 40 meters. And again, against an S3, S4 noise floor, not as strong as the signal that would come in on the loop, but the loop has an S8 noise floor. So, your signal is only 1 S unit above the noise floor on the loop, but you're 4 or 5 S units above the noise floor on the beverage. So it's kind of neat, if you want to study receive antennas. It's unfortunate most hams. It's not unfortunate, it's just the nature of the beast. Most people are listening to their transmit antennas, and I think unless you get to use a low noise antenna, you just don't know what you're missing if you're using your transmit antenna for receive. Barry, over.
All right, very good. Well, this TS2000 was the first radio that I had that had a separate option for a receive antenna, so I think I'm going to utilize that, try a few different ones out. All right, very good. Thank you so much for picking me up. Have a good day, and we'll say 73 KD3X.
73, Barry, 30857. He's a lifetime member. That clears the list. Any mobiles for ECARS, November Julia 2 uniforms here. Take a list of check-ins. Anybody, anywhere, full call signs phonetically one time, please, for ECARS, November Julia 2 uniforms here.
Whiskey Alpha Charlie. Sierra.
Kilowatt Charlie 2, Lima Echo Bravo.
All right, hold it right there, fellas. That was an incredible pileup. I got KD4 Isaac, Kilo Charlie 2, Lima Echo Bravo. Let me take these two, then I'll come up with a strategy. KD4 Isaac, go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, Jeff, or good afternoon, whatever it is. But not so good for the propagation. Really stunk today. The DVHF net was a washout. As far as I'm concerned, usually have great contacts, but a lot of R1 blackouts and worse. KD4IZ.
Yeah, I concur, Jack. Watching it here, of course, and been monitoring most of the morning. It's been a struggle. And that the solar radiation level has been hovering up there, high M, low X, and R1, R2. It's been devastating. The signals are just I barely hear signals on the loop antenna. All the signals are coming in on the low noise antennas, and I guess everything's arriving at lower angles. All the high angle stuff is just getting completely wiped out. But you're 5940057, lifetime member. Anything else?
No, sir. And, I don't know if you saw the X-Class flares. We've had 2 of them just in the last little bit here since midnight, and or midnight UTC, plus a whole bunch of M-Class and C-Class pops, too. So the sun is popping popcorn today. We'll catch you later, Jeff. Thanks for taking the call. KD4IZ.
Thanks, Jack. Yep, a lot of fun. This is what we do when the sun comes alive like this. We can expect this type of excitement. But listen, when it goes back to minima, we'll be sitting there wrapping our fingers on the desktop, hoping for the sun to come alive again. So, are we ever really happy? Jack, take care. KD4IZ, NJ2US. Kilo Charlie 2, Lima Echo Bravo.
A little rough with the signature, sun posture. Not really crazy. You're about 5'3" here in the northeast corner of Pennsylvania. Thanks for being out there. Let's see. 21269 is my number. 21269. degrees here. Rain, winds of southeast at 9. And just cooling around the bends here. Thanks for being out there. N2JUS, KC2LED, back to net.
Hi, Jim. Thank you. 21269 Q5 copy on the beverage antenna. Don't hear you at all in the loop. So thank you for stopping by. Yeah, poor band conditions today. Last chatted with you some time ago. It was actually back in January, so thanks for stopping back. Clear with Jim in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Again, a lifetime member, 21269, KC2 Lima Echo Bravo. Remember, Julia 2 Uniform Sierra, looking for check-ins. Anybody with a 4 in the call? 4s? Just 4s? 2s. Any 2s?
Whiskey 2, Oscar Alpha.
W2OA, though I think you meant to say W2AO. I could be wrong there. All right, how about 1s? Any 1s? 3s. Any 3s?
November 3, Bravo United Delta.
Charlie.
3 Bravo Uniform and Delta Charlie. All right, any 8s?
Kilo Charlie 8, Oscar Romeo Papa.
Oscar Romeo Papa. All right, how about any 1, 2, 3, 4? 1, 2, 3, 4?
Kilo 3 Alpha Charlie.
Kilo 1 Echo Sierra Lima.
November Sierra Echo.
All right, 3 Alpha Charlie, 1 Echo Sierra Lima, November Sierra Echo. All right, anybody else that doesn't think you made the list? All right, W2AO.
Yeah, thank you. You're absolutely right, Jeff. I'm dreaming today. This is Stu, ECARS 2248, just running 100 watts. I wanted to ask you a question. Your audio is noticeably different. I noticed it a couple of days ago, I think, and I just wonder where that's coming from. Over to you, and thank you from W2AO.
I don't know. I switched through a couple different profiles here, depending what I'm doing, and depending on how rushed I am to start the net, I don't make sure I'm using the right profile. But appreciate the report. Don't know what else to say, Stu.
No, it's okay. You know, I just have to get used to it, that's all. And in spite of poor conditions, you have a wonderful signal. So who could ask for anything more? Thank you from W2 Atlantic Ocean.
Let me just do this, since you brought it up, and if you don't mind, let me switch back to the profile I think you may have been used to. Hold on. That would be this profile. Can you hear a difference?
Yeah, but it's not quite back to normal, so to speak, yet. Forget about it. It's sounding okay. W2AO, thank you.
And this is the only other profile I use, and I don't use this one at all. This is pretty much my 20-meter, slightly narrower, lifted up lower end for, the supposed DX. Does this sound familiar?
No, not really. You better continue on because I'm not sure, where it's emanating from. Over.
Okay, all right. This is the profile that I would normally use for this, but it's this Apache Labs radio and Tated software is a science project in progress. Stu, you're 5'9" plus, lifetime member. Fishkill, New York, and I read an interesting story about Fishkill. I was always curious. I heard you on the other day, and like many people, curious about how Fishkill got its name. Of course, kill is a derivative for creek, and it's Fish Creek, and it has nothing to do with death.
You're absolutely right. It's a suffix in Dutch. It's a Dutch suffix, and it means body of water or creek.
Fascinating, because I recall it was I read something about back in the 90s, PETA, protection of animals, tried to sue your community there to get rid of death in the name of the town, and somebody had to rather embarrassingly explain to them that it has nothing to do with dying or killing or I couldn't help but smile.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Yeah, okay. A lot of Dutch settlement around here, and the suffix meant body of water, or more specifically, creek. Very, very good. W2AO, thanks for that.
Thanks, Stu. Always curious. Growing up in South Jersey, you hear names of towns, and I've always been fascinated by names of towns, and Fishkill always stuck in my head. Back in the day, it was harder to do the research. You actually had to go to the library, but now you just tickle the keyboard and get the answer. So it was fascinating. Thanks, Stu. Have a great day. Appreciate it. Next up, November 3, Bravo Uniform.
November 3, Bravo Uniform Delta. Good morning, or good afternoon. I guess it's afternoon now. I just thought I'd say hello, Jeff. That's all. Mike up here in Pennsylvania.
Mike, you sound good. 30824, lifetime member. And, I wanted to comment to Stu about my voice and what you might be hearing. My voice has changed the past 2 weeks. I just came off of a 1.5-week stint of strep throat. And it has changed the characteristics of my vocal cords. And a couple people have noticed that. And it's it's probably the worst case of strep I've ever had. In fact, I've never had strep throat. So it was my first encounter with it, and it was horrible for a week and a half. Could barely swallow, and I'm still kind of struggling with it, although the throat pain is gone. I can feel my vocal cords struggling with the way I normally talk. So there's so many things can contribute to this, but just wanted to make an anecdotal comment about that. Mike, 59+, lifetime member. Thanks for stopping by.
Okay, have fun with the follow-up, N3BUD.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Next up, Delta Charlie. Kilo Charlie 8 Oscar Romeo Papa.
Yeah, good afternoon, Jeff. Just within the last 20 minutes, got done putting up my unfed antenna. Wondering if you could hear any difference between it and the way I sounded yesterday. I probably should have asked you yesterday if you'd kind of make note of my signal and then check it again today, see if it improved or weakened today.
I feel so bad, Charlie, but in circumstances like this, to be totally honest, one day to the next, brother, nobody's ever going to tell the difference, man. It's just not something that can be measured day to day. You're going to have to kind of take the average of what you think you're hearing there from a receive perspective if you're using it for receive. But just band conditions alone from day to day can swing your signal 4, 5, 6 units, which you'll never be able to equal by changing your antenna in any way, shape, or form. So I'm sorry, I can't tell you much more. I can tell you this, you're propagating a 5.9 signal here. So, man, I just wouldn't worry about it. Over.
Yeah, I knew there was going to be fluctuations from day to day. I just kind of wondered if maybe it didn't clear up the audio a little bit. It really, all the noise in my radio is just pretty much gone now. So when I talk to you on normal days, I got a probably pretty good noise level. Right now, there's barely any noise on this antenna. So, and that part of it's success anyways.
Yeah, but again, I got to caution you, Charlie. That's today, right? See what happens tonight. Listen at night. Check again tomorrow, and especially here on 40 meters. Any antenna changes, you really gotta average it out over several days. You just can't Saturday, Sunday. It's just not. It's not fair to you with all the work you put into an antenna. Too much can change in one day, just in conditions. You got to really make logarithmic changes to your antenna for it to really have impact for anybody that's listening to it. It's a pretty fascinating story. But good luck, and I'm not knocking you for doing it. And if you hear something better there, let's see what it sounds like tomorrow and the next day, and then you'll really know if it was worth the effort. Have a great day, Charlie.
Okay.
All righty, clear at KC8ORP. He's a regular lifetime member, 8525. Hello, Bob, Kilo 3 Alpha Charlie. How are you?
Yeah, okay, very good, Jeff. Well, you're fluctuating between about an S4 and an S9. And a couple things. I wanted to tell Stu, AO, if he's still listening, on his 890. I am looking at your transmit audio pattern. You sound pretty much like I'm used to hearing you, Jeff. But I wanted to tell Stu and anybody else who can copy me, it's critically important that you set your receive bandwidth to the transmitted bandwidth of the station you're copying. I had my bandwidth on 3kc wide, and you sounded tight. I went out to 3.3. You look like you're around 3.5 kc wide, and you sound like you normally do. And Stu may want to try that. I'm looking at your pattern.
And I would say stick with that profile because it's got a nice treble boost. It's coming through with all this crummy propagation. Band is pretty long. I don't hear the New Jersey stations too well right now. I'm hearing more in the New England and Carolinas. Anyway, I also wanted to thank you, Jeff, for telling me about the CSI, the ARRL Clean Signal Initiative, which I was not aware of. And incidentally, in this month's QST is a nice announcement or description about it. It's been going on a couple of years, apparently, but it continues to be a program that the ARRL is moving forward with. And I was not aware of it, but all us using Pure Signal certainly appreciate the efforts of the league to help the hams and the manufacturers clean up these sideband signals, reduce IMD and splatter, and clean up the bands, especially 75 at night. Okay, thanks very much, Jeff. You have a great day. 3660 lifetime here in Yardley. Back to Net from K3AC.
Thanks for your comments. Always appreciated and great observations. And I first learned about the ARRL Clear Signal Initiative, ironically, attending the Flex Radio banquet that they have each year just prior to Hamvention. I bought a ticket last year with the wife. We enjoyed a nice dinner, met a lot of my Flex friends, and they introduced it. And they would not say the words Apache Labs out loud or mention Theta software. They just would not do it. And people in the audience would ask questions, and Gerald and crew would just politely push it away and ignore it like it wasn't even asked. It was quite comical. But I think overall they're going to take a close look at this. And it's not just about adaptive predistortion. It's also in the design of the actual transmitter. You can get really decent IMD with a properly loaded transistors driven with the right amount of voltage and bias and things like that. So maybe we'll see improvements along that regard. Although I do think Flex at some point in time will adapt adaptive predistortion. But the Flex transmitters are not necessarily known as being pretty dirty as some of these other radios. And there are some nasty offending signals on the band. We hear it all the time here on 7255. There's a couple net controllers down on 7251. For whatever the reason, whether it's poor transmitter design or the way they drive their LDMOS amplifiers, and those guys splatter, they say, no, my bandwidth is set to 2.9 kilohertz. Oh, yeah, your bandwidth is set to 2.9 kilohertz, but your IMD, your intermodulation distortion products are going out 8, 9, 10, 11 kilohertz, and they just don't get it. They don't get it, Bob. Then it really is annoying on the band, and people see it. And you only have to see it. You hear it. And people say, well, that's because everybody's got pan adapters now. They're so critical. No, you're 5, 6 kilohertz up, and you hear the guy down that's 5 kilohertz away. That shouldn't happen. 3660, lifetime member, always a pleasure. Thank you for the audio comments. Like I said, it's always a work in progress, and I'll just... I take the average. Every now and again, I'll screw something up and somebody say, oh, my God, do something, you fix something. You definitely broke something. I'll look, and I'll definitely be running some weird profile. Bob, you sound awesome here. Thanks so much for checking in. Have a good day. K1 Echo Sierra Lima, Dave.
Yeah, NJ2US, KSL. Good afternoon, Jeff. Boy, your signal has just plummeted over the past few minutes. I've been watching it on the screen as watch it fade up and down. You're about S6 at the low point. Hopefully you can still copy me. Go ahead.
I copy it just fine, Dave, on the low profile, low noise antennas. If you look at the D region absorption map, anybody that goes to nj2us.net, click on the D region absorption map, you'll see we're right now experiencing a pretty significant flare. That has 7 megahertz here is being attenuated 10 to 15 dB at a minimum. So we are definitely experiencing a very active sun today that's just spewing radiation. And the solar flare chart doesn't really keep up, but we've been at R1 blackout level here for several hours now. But Dave, I'm copying you okay. Sorry you're not hearing me. I'm not hearing a lot of signals on my transmit antenna. The only way I'm hearing things are on my low angle, low noise antennas. Dave, over.
Okay, yeah, you're back kind of normal. You were just a lot stronger earlier. It just started to fade away. So, yeah, I saw earlier this morning, I saw the flares and stuff on that. And boy, I just pulled up the chart there from your site, and holy mackerel. I don't think I've ever seen it so yellow in the middle. Anyway, I'll let you go and carry on. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. And good. I'm sure your voice will recover, by the way. When you were talking with Stu, I could definitely tell. Yeah, there's something in his voice. It's not the rig. Anyway, take care of yourself. K1ESL.
Yeah, and I've been under the care of a doctor because I've never had strep throat, and they've been watching me closely with antibiotics and steroids, and I can feel it in my voice. It's kind of a lift to talk. It's not as easy as talking as it was a couple of weeks ago. No idea where I picked up strep. No idea. You know how that is, bacterial. You just don't know. But I do notice an improvement over just the past 2 days. I got to tell you though, Dave, that sore throat for 8 days was horrible. I lost almost 8 pounds just because I couldn't comfortably eat.
Oh, I can imagine. I've had it, but when I was a whole lot younger, and you can take stuff much easier when you're younger. I would just absolutely hate to get it now, so I can totally understand. I'm glad you have a doctor watching it, though. You can't take any chances with that stuff. It is a biatch.
It really is. It was annoying. And I don't get sick very often, so it threw me for a loop because I'm just not used to being sick. But, hey, everybody gets a turn, I suppose. But I'll get better, and slowly but surely my voice will return. And I think that is what people are hearing. I have struggled getting into my lower register. So, Dave, thank you very much. Appreciate your comments. And 10439 lifetime member, thanks for checking out that webpage again, nj2us.net. Everybody needs to look at that D region absorption map. And as we get closer to summertime here, the sun is higher in our sky. And when the sun is higher in our sky up here in the northern latitudes, the impact of solar radiation is much more dramatic than when it occurs in the dead of winter, when the sun's more closer to the equator. It doesn't impact us as much. But now, if you look at the center of the yellow blurb there, it's over the Caribbean and Florida. And by July, it's going to be directly overhead the Carolinas and New Jersey at noon. So we're really going to get impacted this year in the summertime. It's going to be very dramatic. Clear with K1ESL. Always a good visit from my friend Dave from New Boston, New Hampshire. Next up, November Sierra Echo.
Hey, thank you. Hope you're copying me okay, Jeff. This is KB2NSE. My name is Paul, and I'm in Oneonta, New York. ECARS 2945. Boy, the band is terrible here, Jeff. You've been fluctuating between an S3 and an S9 for quite some time. Quite a bit of noise in here, so I won't hold it, but I appreciate you picking me up. I hope you all have a great day. KB2NSE, back to you.
All right, Paul, Oneonta, New York, 2945 lifetime member. I actually hear you quite well on the beverage antennas. I barely hear you on the big loop. That's what's amazing. That loop, it's a 600-foot loop, and you're covered up by the noise on that antenna. But on the beverage antenna, you're Q5 copy. So thank you so much for stopping by. Not you. Don't try to go fix your radio. Ain't going to work. It's the band. We got a nasty sun out there just really giving us grief. 73, Paul, thanks for stopping in. Been a little while since we chatted. Our last QSO goes back to December 6th. Have a great day. Clear with Kilo Bravo 2, November Sierra Echo. This is November Juliet 2, Uniform Sierra. We take check-ins from any ones or twos. Any ones or twos? 2 1s. 1 2.
W3BZ.
Ones and twos. Just the ones and twos. Any ones or twos?
Whiskey 2, Quebec, Japan.
Kilo 1 Charles, Yankee Whiskey.
All right, Quebec Juliet, Charlie Yankee Whiskey. How about 3s and 4s? Any 3s and 4s?
WB3AGL.
All right, I got W3 Bravo Echo Zulu, WB3 Alpha Golf Lima. All right, anybody from any call district?
Yeah, W3 Bravo Echo Zulu.
All right, there he is, the counter. He can count. Hey, Chuck, let me pull you in there because you're so persistent. W3 Bravo Echo Zulu. Throw a rock over there across the Delaware Bay and hit you. How you doing, Chuck?
Oh, we're doing did I come in wrong?
Yeah, you didn't follow your numbers, Chuck. You have to count numbers.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. I don't want to interfere with anything. I haven't done it that way before. So we'll just stand by. Over.
I'm just Chuck and I go way back. I'm just picking on him, so don't anybody take that personal. Like I'm really trying to pick on this guy. Chuck's a good guy. Chuck, I'm sorry. I'm just breaking your stones. How you doing? You all right? Chuck, it's your turn to transmit. W2 Quebec Juliet. Go ahead, Dean.
Nice to hear you out there, Jeff. On something other than 160, Roger.
Yeah, you're not kidding, Dean. Great to hear you too. It's always nice when you stop in there, man. It just adds a little color to the frequency.
Well, I try every now and then, but just so you know, I'm running HW 101, old Heathkit 101 right now, Roger.
Yeah, I think I heard you on this radio pretty recently too, and it sounds pretty good. What's the antenna?
On 40, it's just it's an inverted V here up on the tower, Roger.
Yeah, it's doing a great job, Dean. Good to hear you, and I hear you on 160, but the last time I talked to you here on 40 was in 2022.
Yeah, I don't really spend too much time on 40. I'm usually on 20 or 15 or 17 or 10. I do a lot of chasing, Roger.
Yeah, that's cool, Dean. I enjoy chasing DXpeditions. I mentioned this yesterday, and I hate to be repetitive, but I just have so much fun, because we've been getting kind of a steady stream of DXpeditions, and I got a pretty good DX record, so I'm not really hunting rare ones so much as these guys advertise what they're doing. There's pictures on the internet. The guys are together. They're publishing pictures on the internet, and then they're on the air, and then you talk to them. I just think that's so cool.
Same here, Jeff. I follow the DXpeditions. I try to get them on multiple bands just for the sake of getting them on multiple bands. A lot of them are rare, which is great. It's great to get a rare country, Roger.
Oh yeah, I think for me my all-time favorite, Dean, was when I was 13. I had my general class license in a Henry Radio Tempo 1. And I was reading in the magazines, Wayne Green was publishing. He was a part of the first KC4DX Clipperton DXpedition back in the day. And I remember, just thinking as a young ham radio operator, how cool it would be to get on my radio down there in the den and talk to these guys after seeing their pictures in the magazine and advertising they were going to Clipperton Island. And of course, from a distance perspective, it's not that big of a deal, but and then to hear them on the air, and then the call, I think it took me like 3-4 days being in the pileups, and then finally just made the contact, got the QSL card from, Wayne Green and crew. And then, of course, Clipperton was active just this past year. To work him again was just a very cool deja vu.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. A lot of these DXpeditions are, for me, are the first time I've contacted, some of those regions there. So it's always good to have another new one, Roger.
It is, and I enjoy it. Really adds to the experience here on amateur radio. It's a lot of fun. All right, Dean, I digress there a little bit, but I'm starting to wear down here. For me, this is a longer shift. It's an hour-and-a-half shift. I want to get this thing closed by 1:30. But thanks for stopping by and filling in some of the blank spaces here. Have a great day.
73, Jeff, and hope to catch you on 160 one night.
We'll be there every evening, 18:55, generally around 20:15 or so Eastern time. Next up, K1, Charlie Yankee Whiskey.
Yeah, K1CYW. Good afternoon, Jeff. Conditions are not that great. I guess we did have a solar flare. Anyway, we're trying a new mic. It's probably a little more bassier and clearer than my other mic. Decided to get a desk mic instead of holding the push-to-talk mic that came with the icon because I'm having a problem with my hand getting enough power into the hand to keep holding the push-to-talk, so I got a desk mic. Anyway, You're doing good. You're good 5'8", 5'9" here, as always. And I guess down there in Jersey you're getting the same kind of weather we have. I don't know if it started raining or not, but they've got a lot of bikers, 32,000 bikers, I think, or something like that, down there in New York, and they also have runners. So hopefully they'll be able to finish most of their runs and everything before this heavy rain comes in. NJ2US, K1CYW in Norwalk.
Very good, Rich. You're 5'9". I'm watching all the precipitation activity on the composite NEXRAD radar, and yeah, there's pretty large area showers. There's some more headed towards me. I expect to see a little bit of sprinkling here in the next hour. And your good 5'9" signal from Norwalk. Thank you for being an ECARS member 10266. And which biking event are you talking about? Where's this?
In New York, they have the bike rally, and they're closing some of the streets in New York, and they also have the tunnel run, which people left early this morning. They were showing it on TV on Channel 2 today.
Oh, in the city. Okay, all right. And it's pedicycle, right? It's we're not talking motorcycle. We're talking pedestrian bicycle.
Roger.
Okay, very good. I just wasn't familiar. They should run over. They should take over. They should run over all the campuses.
Oh, hey, there you go. Now you've got the idea.
All right, Rich. Good to hear you. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy the day. Hope you don't get too much rain. And that's that time of the year. Everything's turning green. Everything's getting real green here. And that happens with all the moisture and the sunshine and the warmer temperatures. Clear with K1CYW, Norwalk, Connecticut. A beautiful 5'9" signal. Let me see if Chuck's still in there, if he's mad at me. W3 Bravo Echo Zulu, you there?
I'm sorry, Jeff. I was looking at the computer back here. Thank you for picking me up. Just wanted to say hello, and we got about the same cloudy 62 over here on the beach. Over.
Yeah, 62 here as well. Across on the other side of on the other beach, across the bay. Chuck, so you sound good. Sound real good. I hope you're enjoying your weekend.
Yeah, thank you, and the same to you. And I'm sorry I got in the wrong way here. Anyways, I hope you and the family are doing well. We're doing okay over here. Gotta go out and pick up some sticks. So thank you for picking me up, Jeff. Over.
My pleasure, Chuck. It's always a pleasure to get you in here, my friend. You're like family to me. So 73, take care, and you come in anytime you want. Don't worry about me. I just like to tweak your dials a little bit. That's all. Hey, have a great weekend.
Yep, you too. Well, it's supposed to get a little bit warmer, and I'm getting ready to go outside and, like I said, pick up some sticks. See if I clean up the yard a little bit. Thanks very much, Jeff, M2US, W3BZ. Thank you.
All right, Chucky, take care. Take care. Really nice to hear you. It's always a pleasure. I shouldn't pick on you. You're such a great guy. I'd like teasing you because you're a Delaware guy. 73, Chuck. Good to hear you. W3BZ, NJ2US. One more to go here, Paul. WB3 Alpha Golf Lima. Go ahead.
Yeah, WB3AGL, Paul. From about 100 miles northeast of Pittsburgh, small place called Brockford, Pennsylvania, not far from my 80. Trying a new mic on a 10-sec Jupiter. Does it sound okay?
Oh, yeah. It's a good fidelity audio, a good, calm quality, Paul. I don't think I'd change a thing. Over.
Yeah, I just got this rig, and I was using a D104 on it, so I got something wired up. A friend gave me this mic, and I was just wired it as I actually checked in on the D104 and then switched it as I got it soldered up. So before I spent too much time in putting it back together, I wanted to make sure. Boy, your signal is 15 over here. Beautiful, clear signal. But some of the other guys will go from S10 over 10 over S9 to I could barely hear them. It was going in and out there. The band is wild.
Yeah, Paul, it's a very, very poor solar conditions here, causing really bad conditions on the 40-meter band, and I'm beating the ionosphere into submission with 1,500 watts peak envelope power from this tank of an amplifier, the ACOM 2000A, and I'm just driving it into that 600-foot loop antenna. So I'm just trying to just beat it into submission. So thanks for the report, Paul. Your Q5 copy here. I have no problem hearing you.
Oh, great. I'm running 100 watts into a fan dipole. I don't have the amplifier on. I've got an SB200, but I've got it hooked up to a 7410, so it's not running. But thanks for picking me up and letting me know this mic sounds good. You guys have a great day. 73.
Yeah, good sounding mic. No problem at all, Paul. Good luck with it. WB3AGL, thanks for stopping by ECARS to test out the microphone. This is the East Coast Amateur Radio Service, November Juliet 2 Uniform Sierra, and I try to announce it a couple times an hour. There's a live stream. You can actually hear what you sound like, anybody, by just going to my website, nj2us.net. There's two live streams on there. They both listen to the same antenna and receiver combination, but one is a YouTube stream. The upside to the YouTube stream is you can rewind it and play back your QSO. There's a clock on there. You can kind of correlate to when you checked in. The downside to the YouTube is it's got a little bit of a delay. You can't really listen in real time. It's got a 5 to 10 second delay. Now, on the other side of the page is what we call an ultra low latency server. You can't play that one back, but it's near real time. Everything you hear on there is within 1/2 second of what happened in real life. So that's kind of neat. Provide both. Listen to either, listen to both. Your choice. Also, the D region absorption map is fun to look at today because it's showing the absolute devastating conditions that the ionosphere is in because of radiation from the sun. You'll see that 40 meters is taking a pretty big hit. HF frequencies in general taking a big hit here from X-ray radiation from the sun. That clears the list. We got just a few more minutes. We'll take some last check-ins for ECARS before we close down for the day. November Juliet 2 Uniform Sierra.
That's Whiskey 1 Sugar Delta.
Whiskey 2 Bravo Uniform Whiskey 3 Delta Oscar November with a recheck.
Kilo the 1 Golf Alpha.
I got 1 Sierra Delta, 2 Bravo Uniform, 3 Delta Oscar November, 1 Delta Alpha, and I think a Bravo Quebec. Who'd I miss?
Whiskey Alpha 1 Yankee Quebec Mobile.
All right, Dan, I got you. We'll put you right at the top, see how you're doing. Other than that, a good check-in list. Let's go say hello to Dan in the mobile, WA1YYQ. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm now mobile, and I'm just using the stock microphone with the radio, and I was just wondering how it sounds to you.
It's comm quality, Dan. It's not very punchy though, right? It's just, but the signal strength is light, so that's contributing. But I hear you fine. It's technically a Q5 copy. You're perfectly readable. Over.
Okay, very good. Now let's switch to the D104 F6B. How does that sound to you versus the other one?
Well, Dan, I got to be honest. On the quick change there, without really taking a critical observation, I could not tell the difference. If you had not said anything, I don't think I would have noticed.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm disappointed in that. This has the battery, the other one doesn't, so I'm going to stick with the stock one. I'll do another test with you another time, but I want to say hello. Hope you're doing well, and hope you have a good day down there, and I'll talk to you again soon. 73 WA1YYC Mobile. Thanks, Jeff.
You bet, Dan. Good. Again, didn't miss a syllable. Good copy. Just very light signal. Audio's clean and good comm quality. No complaints about the audio. Probably just not a good day for a super critical report. Well, let me play back what it sounded like here. If this helps, I'll just play a snippet.
Okay, very good. Now let's switch to the D104.
Maybe that was helpful, Dan. I don't know. You're kind of light.
That was helpful, Jeff. That was helpful. We'll do it again another day. I wanted to try and sedate the conditions and so forth, but I know you got a list. We'll talk again. Thank you. 73 WA1YYC Mobile.
You bet, Dan. Thanks for stopping in. Always a pleasure to get you in my logbook. 1687 lifetime ever. He's a mobile today. All right, Whiskey 1 Sierra Delta. How you doing, stranger? Good to hear you. How you been?
Good, Jeff. I just wanted to stop in and say hello, see how you were doing. I did hear you were under the weather a bit. I was slightly concerned. Make sure you're doing okay. So I made the run down to the shack before you close out here at 1:30. Anyway, good to hear you. Hope you're fully on the mend here, and you can get back to your kick butt style and can make Xenia without any impediment. NJ2US W1SD.
Thanks, Steve. Yeah, I don't get sick often. I mean, I'd say on average, I'll catch a cold or something like that maybe once every 3 years. But this was the doctors really couldn't identify the strep. Strep is one of those things that has a letter after it, right? The tests were negative for strep A, but the doctors were just thoroughly convinced it was some other strand of strep. It's bacterial. And they just warned me and said, look, it's going to be a real hassle for 7 to 12 days. And they nailed that. So it was, I think I'd rather have the flu or the cold, because at least with those you can eat. Well, unless you're throwing up, of course. But, Steve, I got to tell you, I can probably count on one hand the number of times I had a sore throat in my life, but, not being able to swallow and then anticipating every swallow and the pain that was going to follow, what a hassle that was. But I'm okay now. I eat fine now.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, well, that's when you got to break out the hard stuff out of the cabinet and teach it who's boss. I've tried that. I don't recommend it. It doesn't work. It's just like taking a match and throwing it down your throat. Anyway, good. Glad to hear you're on the mend, and you get out to Xenia. I thought I was going to try to get out there, but work just threw me a curveball. So now I'm out looking for the next opportunity. So no Xenia from me. NJ2US, we'll see you later. Have a good rest of your day. W1SD.
Thanks, Steve. Sorry we're going to miss you at Xenia. As usual, I look forward to it every year. Just a lot of fun. I'm a very lucky guy. My wife she's not a ham radio operator, but she just totally gets what I do and supports me every step of the way. For the 4th year in a row, she's going to climb in the car with me. We're going to turn it into a road trip. She will walk that flea market with me. She will carry things for me. She will put up with me whatever booth I stop and listen, and she might wander off and go look at one of the girly booths. He even will carry a list of call signs that I ask her to keep an eye out for, and she'll look for call signs on hats and name badges so that I can find friends. Steve, I don't think you get much better than that. I'm very thankful for her. Over.
Yeah, my first wife was that way. She would, we met on the radio, so that made it easier back in the chicken band days. Anyhow, yeah, that's good. I hope you guys have a great time. It's good to hear that there's a booth this year. I think that will help spread some recognition in that part of the country, and hopefully you'll get to meet a bunch of ECARS members as well as others. We'll see you. W1SD.
All right, Steve. Yeah, booth 5210. We're going to be in building 5. Buildings 4 and 5. Anybody familiar with Xenia are the two buildings on the other side away from the main buildings, closest to the swap meet tailgating area. We're going to be in 5210. Plenty of chairs. Invite everybody to stop by if you're out there. But the weather gets nasty. You just need a place to rest up. We ordered a few extra chairs for the booth. Should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. And she likes it because if you know what she does during her regular business hours, seeing her walk around a Hamfest is actually fun, because she would rather do that than dissect dead bodies. So yeah, she's a CSI medical examiner investigator. Steve, take care. 10339, lifetime member from Massachusetts. Beautiful 59 signal, by the way, despite the very poor band conditions. All right, next up, Whiskey 2 Bravo Uniform Delta.
Hey, Jeff, I'll make this short and sweet. I just want to say hello and just make sure you're alive and breathing there, Jeff. And this is Buddy 1 and 2, so I just want to say hello. Sure, so my friend.
Buddy, always a pleasure. 59, beautiful booming signal from Enfield in Connecticut, 20809 on the Lifer roster. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Have a good day.
73, Jeff.
All right, hey, Don, how's it sounding now? W3DON, NJ2US ECARS.
Hey, okay, Jeff, you sound good here. I'm on the club remote through my laptop. It's an Ten-Tech Omni 7, and I'm operating it through the laptop here, and something at the club site about 8 miles away from the house. I got your 59 there, but want to see how it sounded on your end. Go ahead.
Yeah, good. You're a lot stronger than you were this morning from the home station, I suppose. So does it remotely power an amplifier, or is it barefoot?
No, it's barefoot. It's only 100 watts. It's on a ground-mounted vertical, what is it, Titan, I think it is, antenna. And then there's a fan dipole on it too. I could switch antennas, but yeah, I brought it up. I figured I'd give it a shot and see how it sounded to you. And you're sounding a lot stronger on here than you were at my QTH. But anyway, I just wanted to see if it was still working or not.
Yeah, Don, here's a snippet.
It's barefoot. It's only 100 watts. It's on a ground-mounted vertical.
Every now and again, though, I detect there's like a spurious that comes out, and it shoots out an IMD splatter signature about every other sentence. It'll just go like a splash of IMD. I don't quite sure know what that is, whether it's maybe the mic gain's too high and it just hits the bias wrong. I'm not sure. But the audio quality's okay, Don. Over.
Hey, Roger. I backed the PC mic gain off a little bit. Did that do anything? Did that help at all, or is it still there? Go ahead.
No, I actually think that helped. I can't say for certain, but the observation is I did not see that anomaly. I did not see the splatter anomaly on that last transmission, so I think that might be it.
Hey, okay, yeah, it's got a PC settings here. So this is actually a console Omni 7 one plug from Gentech. The software that runs the radio up there. So it does give you PC settings for mic gain. I turned it down a little bit, so I don't know. I could probably turn it down a little more yet. But anyway, yeah, I'll let you run there because we're time there. So I just thought I'd bring this up since I had the laptop out to see if it was still working. So, hey, good to hear you, Jeff. Have a great day. Have a good week. We'll catch you later. NJ2US, W3DON.
Cleaned it up very nicely, Don. I saw no indication or evidence of the splatter that was occurring on the original transmission, perhaps with the PC mic gain pushed a little too far. But that sounded good. 30222 lifetime member in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. 73, Don. Next up, 1 Delta Alpha. Zero Bravo, Quebec. Sir, 1 Delta Alpha. All right, that's it for ECARS. ECARS closing for the day. We don't have hard stops on Sunday, so don't worry about looking at the clock. The Cadiddle hoppers do not convene on Sunday, so we're kind of free to do whatever we want here on Sundays on 7255. But I'm done for the day. ECARS returns tomorrow morning on 7255 at 0730 Eastern Time. I appreciate it very much. November Juliet 2 Uniform Sierra is out.
Jeff, sorry about your strep throat. I can empathize with you, and that's exactly what happened to your voice. But glad that you're over. 73s from W2 Atlantic Ocean.
Thanks, Sue. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's probably what it was. I got a real rough sounding voice. I can't get to my lower register. Struggling with that sore throat for about 7.5 days was a real hassle. It wasn't really till about late Friday afternoon I suddenly said to myself, I can swallow without feeling pain. So the steroids and the antibiotics did their job. Thank you, Stu. A couple other people shouting in there, fellas, let me just say hello to people. I really want to get out of here. I'm tired of talking. Who is the KB80?
Yeah, KB80, Jay in Cleveland. How copy, Joe?
Jay, you're 5'9".
All right, give me the boost number again at Dayton.
5210-5210. That's building 5 over by the flea market side of the complex.
Okay, we'll be at 78, 17, 18, 19, and 20 in the flea market. So if you get a break and you want to come out and have, cold drink with a lime or without a lime, stop on by, KB80.
Okay, all right, say it again, 7810?
Yep, 78, 17, 18, 19, and 20. It's in the horse track area.
Oh, I'll find it. That's awesome, Jay. Thanks for the note, and we'll see you out there. Be careful. Safe travels.
All right, 7-3.
NJ2US. Was there somebody else want to say hello? I want to hit the power switch. Thanks, everyone. NJ2US out.